be forever, only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl. Yeah. I told her only time will tell.
She likes that ride in the ice as well. Will it be forever, only time will tell.
Man, I can't trust myself. I don't even need no help. Did it by myself, I don't need no help. Tryna stack money like books on the shelf.
Hundreds in the bag, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hot sun in the summer on the sand. Way she's working for it, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hot sun in the summer on the sand.
Did it by myself like a selfie. Nobody try to help me. Came to the club with an island girl. I'ma take it to the crib and let me buy you pearls.
Did it by myself, no one helped me, yeah. Now these bitches want a selfie. I like big gold chains, I like big gold rings. Let me take it to the crib and let me buy you things.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes to ride in the ice as well. Will it be forever, only time will tell.
Did it by myself like a selfie, yeah. Nobody try to help me, yeah.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever, only time will tell. Big dog status, two-tone paddock.
Okay.
Stacks in the crib, I got a two-floor attic.
Got a two-floor attic, got your girl in the attic. But I'ma bring her right back, dude, don't panic, I'm savage. And nigga, if it's beef, we can manage.
I know a couple guys who walk around with automatics. I got big dog status, I ain't playing, I ain't average. I'ma leave you hitting static, I'ma leave you hitting static.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever, only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl.
Yeah.
I told her only time will tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever, only time will tell.
Take note.
Tino, babe.
Yo, Tino, he'll get his dome pop. Satin blue on his whip, but he ain't no cop. Don't stop, spray up his motor till it smokes up. Cause what I bought for insurance, I have it wrote off, you joker. Suck on your mum and take note, cause the foreign ring up in his grill. Like grandma's stovetop, don't flop. Fuck up the game, like this was Roblox. Oh gunner, running this field, I'm for your walk up. Drum roll, load up a cannon and give her more shots. I put your face on the beam, now you're Zordon. Treat you like an old sketchbook, you'll get drawn on. I lead your girl from the back, I'm that raw blood. Wait, who the fuck feels they could do me something? I'll roll up in your ends with a toolie busting. 32 ugly as shit, like Miss Rooney's husband. Somebody cut me the deal, I'm just too disgusting. Niggas think they next in line, but they ain't doing nothing. Mask on, metal in hand, Freddy Krueger's coming. Tools all up in your home, I'm here to fix the plumbing. House blown, toaster run, leak gas from your oven. Diol on your girlfriend's face, and she best get to sucking. Head game resemble my dad, cause it was good for nothing. Yeah, I'm still vegan, but I'm down for beef. Niggas think they slick with a dialect, but talk is cheap. Watch your mouth, little nigga, because I roll with heat. Top said there's no returns, and I see no receipt. I put your boy in the back, like he was groceries. Riding round with the burner boy, in case I find any extendo. Licking up shots, until it overheats. No mask, did it bareface, just so they know it's me. Eyes closed, chest wide open, heart surgery. Usher said, just let it burn, let's make it third degree. Niggas think everything's jokes, until you shoot his queen. Shot was funny as shit, it barely missed the bean. Wax on, then wax off, to leave the burner clean. Then open up the Uber app to flee the murder scene. Waving a stick will make them levitate. I raise a toast in the air, let's celebrate. See a couple holding a blade, like it's wedding day. And yous can leave with a slash, just like wedding cake. Bitches on snap in the snacks. Oh no you ain't, know your place. Worked up flawless, you look like bellyache. Beat my dick all off in the face, and let it detonate. All facts, just ask your mum, she'll demonstrate. Damn right babes, I'm a jerk, just let it marinate. I gave it a beat like I was Penfold. And some retarded head, my tongue's mental. Babes, if you die then you die, cause you was meant to. Nigga, all I do is draw, I'm a pencil. Run up on you niggas like the rent's due. Dude, screwed, if I see food, you're on the menu. Your homies have to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect you. Fuck it, you niggas can all hate. I'm better than all of you niggas I don't rate. If your girl's fit, 4+4, she'll get 8. I'm a chiropractor back, just setting them all straight. Scorps, take note.
Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City second wave special, people. And for those that don't know what the second wave specials are, it's where I sit down one-on-one with content creators and get their entire backstory from the very beginning all the way up until this present day, and also give them their credit, give them their flowers as well, because so much in this space is fueled off negativity, fueled off criticism, and also because we be live streaming on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. We don't look at the back catalog either, people. So that's what the second wave specials are all about. And in particular, the second wave specials as well, the reason why I called it second wave is because it's the class behind the GOATs, the class behind the Mount Rushmore people, you know, the people who we put there and we say, hey, they kicked down the door first. So the second wave, I would say this class is the toughest to be in, simply because you are following the people who originally kicked down the door. And you can only kick down the door once, people. And that's not no disrespect to anyone in the second wave class. You know why? Because I put myself in that class. So that's how you know it's no disrespect whatsoever. So any questions you lot have, feel free to get in as well. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that, whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back. When you enter the city of Sarcasm, pay the tax. So hit the like button on the video. Share this out across all the socials. Yes, it's flawless. At Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, yes, it's flawless. Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, people. And just as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. Big up to everyone as well who locked into the first one I did with Errol. Shout out to Errol each and every time. But this person I'm about to bring on here as a content creator, I believe is severely underrated. And the reason why I say that, because I hear a lot in this space. So whether it's from content creators or people in the space that say, oh, it's all about people arguing, it's all about banter, it's not really about footballing talk, it's just all about going viral, it's all about hot takes. And the person I'm about to bring on here dispels all those myths. Because if we're just talking just straight football, he's up there. Like, man could talk football with anyone. You know, like there's certain rappers and you go, he's not had a bad verse. He might not sell that much, but he's never had a bad verse. You see, like Jadakiss, for example. You won't hear anybody say anything bad about Jadakiss, no matter if it's a Jadakiss song solo, whether he's a feature, whether it's a group thing with the Locks, whether it's D-Block, whether he's dissing someone. You know that Jadakiss is giving you a certain standard of verse, and that's where this man stands, because it's not only his own club, Liverpool, that he talks about in depth, because he's my go-to. When I want to hear what's going on with Liverpool, all bias aside, as much as Liverpool are rivals, I know he's going to be supremely honest, and he's going to break it down, and he'll criticize his favorites. And not only will he give it you from a tactical standpoint to break down, but also tell you what's wrong just in real raw man them form, and just be like, yo, man of shit. Like, let's just not even sugarcoat it in that sense. And like I said, this dispels all of those myths about the content creator space. And if he was to do a tactical show, man would watch. If he was just doing a group show, man would watch. And that's why you not only see him having success on his own show, there's a reason people go to him for features as well. And man is not super loud. He's not super brash. It's not all the hot takes. Like I said, it's just real and authentic. He's like, yo, just cut through all the shit. Like I said, the bar is here with him, and it's not just Liverpool as well. He'll give you breakdown of other Premier League clubs. Then also the knowledge goes beyond the Premier League. Man will give you a breakdown of Europe. Then beyond that, man will go from an international standpoint. And then when it's even international break settings, he'll go back, you know what I'm saying, and start talking about the Premier League in the 90s or the Premier Leagues in the 2000s and different ideas. And I think if more people was like him in the space, I think the space would go further, because I think naturally you're going to have debates, you're going to have jokes, you're going to have banter, but that's not his MO on his channel. So I got to welcome to the show, my like GTV, Ginny Esther is in the building. My G, what are you telling me, man?
Hey, no. The way I was creasing. No, big up to everyone, big up Flawless. Nah, that's that intro was good, man. I can't even front that. That's the best intro I've heard. Like, that's the best intro I've heard for myself. Like, I might even have to take that intro and use it in my own intro. Fine. Kind of like, nah, feel free to, man. Feel free to, because it's only right, man. Like I'm saying, because I hear a lot
in this space about, like I mentioned there, about people talking about, or it's hot takes, or it's banter, it's just people arguing, it's just people shouting at each other, which is all a part of the entertainment. But then you've got people like yourself that focus first and foremost on the football and the information, because that's gonna naturally happen anyway. But you focus on the other part, so that's why I rate you. You already know I rate you so highly because of that, 110%. That's why I enjoy chopping up with you as well, footballing wise.
Nah, love, man, and bro, I love coming on sarcasm, bro. We'll get into everything anyway when we chat. But I always say, when we're talking about hardworking individuals, bro, you people need to smash the like button. You need to subscribe if you haven't to Sarcasm City TV, because I'm telling you, I will be sleeping. I wake up, whatever, middle of the night. It's 2 a.m. man. I need to go take a piss. Bro, I'll sometimes, like, you know, when I might even sit down and then I'll be like, let me just chill, see what's good. I'll go on YouTube. I'm seeing Flawless. Yo, he's live. He's just come off of being live. He's now still live doing another stream for you guys, bro. The work rate with Flawless is ridiculous. So you guys, I promise you, I don't tell no lies, and Flawless already knows I don't like even jumping on everyone's channel. Because the reality is, it's just one of those. You start going on anybody's channel, you're just a slut at this point. So the fact that I love going on Flawless's channel and the conversations he has, whether it's a Man United conversation, whether it's about another team, whatever. I'm telling you guys now, make sure you smash that like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV, man. But big up, man. Love for having me here as well, man.
Every time, man, you already know it was only right. That was when I was putting this series together. I was like, all right, I definitely got to get G on to tell his story 100%. Big up to Daniel in the chat. Big up True Don. Big up Ed as well. Says like check, run it up. He says big up G every single time as well. Yeah, man, you lot run up the likes. Please share out across all the socials as well. So yeah, man, G. So what we're gonna do is jump in the time machine and go all the way back. Well, all the way back to 2 points, even though they could be similar points or they might be a little bit further apart. One, your introduction in regards to watching the content creator space, and then two, you actually getting into it yourself. So who was you first, if it was, or did you just jump in straight away, or was you watching certain people or certain channels at the very beginning before joining?
I'll be real. You know, one of the first few channels that I would have watched actually was Man United channels. Like that was actually, which is mad, because my boy, he's a Manchester United fan. So he would have, I think you guys had, and I could be wrong, so obviously Flawless will be able to tell me. I want to say Red Devils, something along.
Yeah, it was the Red, was it True? Oh, what was the check? Because they changed it because it was Stretford Paddock, but he changed the name. It's the one before. So it's Stretford Paddock now, but it was, what was the channel called?
What was Mark Goldbridge when before he had his own thing and branched off? What was he on?
Sure, you know, because I'm thinking of a whole different channel then, and a whole different set of people. Hey, chat, let us know if you know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
I think it was True Devils or something like that.
Maybe I'll ask him. Maybe I'll message him in a bit and ask him. But that was like, I know everyone says like AFTV, and obviously we'll talk like later on. Obviously, then it's Kopish and all that kind of stuff during the lockdown period. But it was actually the Man United ones that I used to actually watch first, because that was I don't know. I think it was just an introduction. The kind of people you had on there, I liked the content, and I was very new to the whole fan content. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know it was a thing, like that kind of thing. So when he would obviously watch to listen to Manchester United news, your match reactions and stuff like that, I'm just tuning in. Where me and him, we're sitting in the car, we're cruising down wherever, and he's watching it.
Called Full Time Devils? Was that it?
It might have been full. I don't have to check. I think it was.
Yeah, double check it. Yeah, because I think it was Full Time Devils. I think it was around that time. I do believe so. Hey, big up Vikrin as well in the chat. We just here trying to remember. So you're watching.
It Full Time Devils, Stretford Paddock. Yeah, I think it might have been that. It might have been that.
They changed their name. So what year was this around? As you're getting introduced to it through your brethren?
If lockdown was 2020, when was lockdown? 2021?
Yeah, it's like 2021. Yeah, it was like 2021. Yeah.
Maybe just around about that time, maybe just before that kind of thing.
So around like 2021. Got it.
Yeah. So he would like send like clips of just, you know, people talking about like the Man United stuff in it, like just news, or it was probably more reactions around about them kind of times there. So when I'm Full Time, okay, cool, yeah. So
I thought because Stretford Paddock is the name of it now. Yeah.
Is the name? Okay, cool. So there you go. So when I'm yeah, like when I'm just with him, and obviously he's a big football fan as well, and I'm always with him kind of thing. So when I'm with him, if he's listening to it, he's in the car, he's driving, he plays it in the car. Do you know what I mean? So now I'm just listening to these kind of, remember, I don't know anybody, I don't know who's who, names, I couldn't tell you any of that, but I'm just listening kind of thing, and I'm just more intrigued more than anything else. And then obviously we get into a lockdown period, and then once we get into a lockdown period, that's when it's then obviously at home every day. So now you're just trying to find little bits and bobs in terms of, right, who can I watch, or just what's kind of going on. Then it starts to become like a Kopish. They were really the ones, if I'm being honest,
So
because
Kopish was the first. So they're your first introduction from a Liverpool side of things is Kopish. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
And what made you, what did you search for that, or did you just come across a video via being related? You know how YouTube works, where they'll do your latest video like that.
It was literally that. Literally, as in, again, I wasn't even, like I said, I'm still new to it, so I don't even know much about the scene. Do you get it? So I don't know that there's this whole fan kind of channel scene that's kind of going on. You know, obviously, you've then by this point as well, I'm sure, obviously, Arsenal fan TV, like all of that stuff's obviously there, but I'm not, like, I never really liked that. Not because of the actual channel. The reality is, it's like, the way I just kind of always used to see it was like, it's just always constant, just negativity towards Arsenal at that period of time. They weren't doing well. They were doing kind of rubbish. But I did like Troopz. So I used to always watch because Troopz is on there. Yeah, because I used to think like Troopz was just telling, like, I don't know. Yeah, so it's one of those, like, when you, and again, like, and then this might sound stereotypical, but the reality is when you see someone who's like you in terms of someone who's from the ends, he's black, he's on camera. Remember, I'm looking at that like, right, he's on, remember, this is all new. So I'm looking at him like, right, he's on camera, and he's, you know, he's outside the stadium, he's and then now I'm starting to, like, I'm even got to a point where I'm now following his Troopz' journey, because I'm just like, no, you know what, actually, what Troopz is saying, like, take away the fact that he's angry and he's annoyed at his team, because he's just angry at the fact that the team are doing well. But yeah, he's passionate. If you listen to the things that he is saying, he's actually, these are the same things I would be saying about the team. So yeah, it was definitely Kopish who I started listening to. Again, you're talking about three black guys on the screen, they're chatting football. And I think even at the time, and I could be wrong, I'm sure they used to get like guests, like ex-Liverpool players and, you know, potential and all that kind of stuff. So they were the ones who, when I'm sitting at yard, I'm just like, yo, I need to lock into what these men are on. I need to know, why is everyone always flocked here? Like, what did they do that allows them to be the people who they are, you know, kind of thing. And yeah, I just enjoyed it. I just enjoyed it at that period of time. So that was kind of like my first introduction into the whole fan channel kind of wave and, you know, stuff like that, man.
So it was Kopish, and then you like Kopish, and shout out to Kopish, because I think they do great work. So you're watching them. Was you, so outside of Kopish and outside of Troopz, was there anyone else that you watched on a regular basis, whether it is another Liverpool content creator, Arsenal, or elsewhere?
I'll be real, Flawless. I'm a bit of a snob, so the reality is, I probably didn't, like, as in, I'm one of them. I like what I like. Do you know what I mean? So
I respect that, yo. I said I'm a bit of a
I've got to be honest. I'll be honest. We're here, so we may as well be honest. Like, I'm not gonna waste my time.
I respect it.
That you know, that I don't. If I don't like it, or even if you're cool, I couldn't really care less. Like, if I don't want to watch it, I'm just not going to watch it. So the reality is, I'm only going to tune in because, brother, it's my time. So I'm going to only tune into things that I actually want to see. So again, with Kopish, at that period of time, that was the kind of go-to. And to be fair, I think in the Liverpool space, there weren't really that many other channels like that anyway, and especially channels that I felt. And big up, it's Ed, because he's saying the same, like, representation, bro. Like that's a big thing for me. You know what I mean? In any industry, in any scene, in whatever, representation is always going to be a big thing. So when you see people who are just like you, and you can see they're doing so well, you're gonna gravitate towards that naturally, just because you're like, hey man, if they can do it, not to say, by the way, that what they're doing, I can just run it. Of course not. They put in the work, they put in the foundations to do it. But I'm at least saying, yo, there might be a chance. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be a chance for me to be able to, you know, maybe slip into the scene and, you know, kind of take it from there. And I'd always had the idea, because at that time I think I'd finished uni for like 3-4 years before that. So I'd always had the thought process of, yeah, I just want to get on the camera and chat football, like, but I don't know
What
how to
was
do
it?
it.
Okay, so what was it? So was it watching Kopish and Troopz that made you go, hey, you know what? I want to try this. Let me run it.
Yes and no. So before that, anyway, I wanted to get on and talk football anyway, but
Okay.
it wasn't on YouTube though. It was like,
Yeah.
I think at the time it was, I think it was talking about like podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then seeing them during that kind of 2021, 22 kind of period, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to get on YouTube and yeah, I mean, I want to do what they're doing effectively.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it can't be in my head, you know, like obviously we use StreamYard, so it's like in my head, I'm thinking, bro, it can't be that thing. Like, what? Download StreamYard and set up the camera, and I just need it must be easy. Do you get what I mean? It must be, it can't be that hard kind of thing. Yeah, I
I
found
get
that
it.
very quick that it's not as simple as
It's
just,
not as that simple as you think it is. It's not,
bro.
nope.
Like, there's so much that goes into it. You got to realize if it's just you yourself, you only have yourself to kind of worry about, then that's kind of fine. And that's maybe where I've then headed later on in terms of just worrying about me. But beforehand, you're worrying about other people. Like where I had, like before I even had GTV, I had another channel. do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. So it's like then worrying about other people, you know, their free time. Are they busy? You know,
Yes.
am I busy when they're free? Like all of these kind of little different things, and then trying to set everything up. I promise you, first of all, StreamYard, I don't think it ever used to, yeah, it definitely didn't look like this when I first started doing YouTube. So
They've added
when
stuff. They've added
yeah,
stuff. Yes.
bro, they've added stuff. So I'm sitting there thinking, bro, this is a bit difficult. And on top of that, let's keep it a buck. Not everybody, like, if you've never been on a camera before talking to an audience of individuals, bro, that's a little bit daunting. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not just easy to just say, yeah, I'm just going to pick up the camera and we're going to talk. Bro, you don't know how to, like, you've never done an intro before. You've never had to segue into a topic. You've never had to worry about other individuals and how to manage them almost in your own stream kind of thing, because we're all grown men. Ultimately, I can't tell you what to do, but I've also got to, you know what I mean? I've got to kind of like, yo, okay,
You
yeah,
got
all right.
segue, like you said. You got to keep the show on track. Yeah. I hear it.
Show on track. So yeah, I think for me that was kind of just the kind of beginning stages. Again, it's watching Troopz on AFTVs, watching Kopish, seeing what they're kind of doing, trying to understand and do a bit more research behind the kind of things that they do, because you've got almost two different kind of personalities at the time. You've got Troopz obviously doing what he's doing, and then obviously he's gone on to then do Barstool and all these other, you know, kind of ventures. Then you've got Kopish who do it in a, would I say, a different kind of way, where it was more like sit down. Obviously this is before obviously Troopz then got his, like, he's got his own channel and all that stuff, but you can see that Kopish were doing it in a different kind of way. And I'm looking at both of them as like, okay, they're polar opposites. They're doing so well. What is, I need to try and take something from this guy, something from these guys. And maybe if I can join the two together, maybe I can, you know, start my own, and then, you know, you just take it from there, man. But big up to both of them, by the way, both sets.
Yeah. Shout out Troopz and shout out Kopish. So then you've decided, all right, I'm going to get into the space. So what's that like? What was the idea? You mentioned the previous channel. Talk us through it from the beginning. So what was it like? All right, you've made the decision. I'm going into the space. How have you gone into the space?
So the first channel was actually called Scousers in London. Scousers in London. That was, and you know, I'm actually annoyed that I kind of wish I still kept that name, but it is what it is. We moved on from that, and that was literally like, it was a group of us, like say I think maybe like 5, 6 of us, and all friends. Like I'm the connecting individual who's friends with each individual, and then they obviously all come together kind of thing. And I had the idea initially, big up to O, if he's even watching this, but I had the idea with him when I was at university with him. And I remember we spoke about like, yo, we should, you know, because we obviously both love football, blah, 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 support Liverpool. Yo, we should do like a podcast when we finish uni kind of thing. See how, but you know, it's one of those, like you have an idea, but I might not come back to this idea for like 2 years. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this might just be one of those, you know, kind of things. So yeah, it was just an initial idea. And then a couple of my close friends, like people who yeah, I'm saying I'll consider them family today, you know, kind of thing. Bring them kind of together and say, yo, I got this I want to do. We're all Liverpool fans. Do you man want to jump onto the thing? Yeah, come, let's run it. Does this name look all right? Yeah, bro, that's a banging. Cool, let's run with that kind of idea. And it just kind of really launched from there. I would say that was in That might have been 20. It was no, it was whenever we went straight into lockdown, whenever that was, that's exactly when it started. Like literally that moment is when it kind of started. Because I said, well, now we're all at home, so we all got free time. You know what I'm saying? We got time today, so we can do this.
We got time.
So that was starting, but that was difficult for me anyway, just because that was my son was just born at that time.
Oh, right,
So
right.
it was like I remember doing the videos, and I'm trying to rock my son to sleep. Like it kind of
That's
got
the
wild.
hustle people don't see though. That's the
Yeah,
hustle.
you can't see it because I've got the camera.
Right?
I'm tilting the camera like this, so you can't see really what's kind of going on. But yeah, or he's trying to get to sleep over there, and I'm obviously. I remember at the time you were only allowed like you had to be, was it your bubble or whatever it was, like people within your kind of bubble that you allowed.
Yeah. You talk about social distancing and all them types of things. Yeah,
exactly. So that time there, where it was say me and my son's mum, where we was living together, obviously she's like over there trying to put him to sleep. But remember, you're talking about a baby. There's no shushing a baby to keep quiet. So I've got to kind of like pattern in, some kind of way. So there was navigating that. And again, it's just about navigating in a field that I've never done this before. So I don't know what's the best way to kind of do things. I don't know. Am I even doing it right? I'm bearing in mind, big up, by the way. And again, I have to shout them out. Big up to Jimbo, big up to O, big up to Double A, big up to Giz, big up to Fearless. If I've missed anybody out, I do apologize, but I'm sure that's everyone. Like, they believed in that idea at the time. They believed in it. And I'm grateful to them for believing in that idea of just like, yo, no, we can really, there's a group of us, we can really do this. We can really, kind of push forward, with it. So yeah, that was kind of like just the kind of like beginning kind of everything. And that's where I first even saw Monts when he first started his channel. And I always, sometimes I sit back and I think, right, that's so crazy because Monts has done amazing with his channel in terms of the growth and where he's kind of gone with it. I remember when he first started kind of thinking, you're just trying to reach out to everybody like, yo, do you want to jump, do you want to do a collab? Do you want to do this? Kind of thing. And again, I look back at these things. I feel like an old man when I say this, but where I'm obviously older than Monts, I look back and I'm like, nah, that's actually kind of dope. Like you took it and went to the stars with it, which is always going to be a good thing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man. Again, big up to everybody who at the beginning when it was no GTV and it was just Scousers in London. Big up to everybody I spoke to, DM'd, for the ones who got back to me late, to the ones who, heck, he didn't even get back to me. Big up to your damn selves. Big up to yourselves, because I feel like you helped along a journey that allowed us to get to this point that we're in 2025. And then, yeah, we just kind of pushed on, man. We just kind of pushed on.
So how long did Scousers in London go on for until it became like not impossible, but it became difficult for others? Because you mentioned it there just before you started telling that story about working by yourself rather than working with a team and people being available and you're available and they're not, then they're available and you're not. You mentioned your son, people got families and other commitments outside of it as well. So how long did Scousers in London run before it came to an end?
I feel like that was about, I'd have to even go on YouTube and check. No, in fact, no, maybe the channel's not even there, but I want to say that was about, that was maybe about like 2 years, maybe. Yeah, because it was the excuse me, we had the lockdown period, then we came back for football. Obviously, football then came back. Then I want to say the following season, when fans were allowed to come back in, we had that season. I think by the time it ended, it was when Liverpool went for the champion. We got to the Champions League final that year, so that would have been 22-23, I want to say. Yeah, 22-23, I think. That's when we lost to Real Madrid. Yeah. I believe I'm sure that's when it kind of ended, like in that kind of summer. And it wasn't, and again, like I say, big up to all the guys, because it wasn't even about, I wouldn't even say it's even about them necessarily. Ultimately, everyone's got lives. And you've got 5 guys or 6 guys or whatever it is, and everyone's got lives. My other friends have got kids. They've got other shit that they've got going on. Everyone's got work. Time starts to become a little bit mesh, because you're like me. I'm looking at it thinking, I just want everybody to be there all the time. I don't even want one person to miss out. But ultimately, one person misses out all the time. Then it's like, okay, when I'm trying to fit that now it's just all getting a bit too muddled up. So I think, yeah, around about 2 years. And then that's when I just thought, you know what? I just want to, like, selfishness comes into play, is I just want to talk football myself. Like, I'll be honest, I don't actually want to talk to anybody else. I actually just want to go on the camera myself, and I just want to talk football because I want to say what I want to say, and I actually don't want anybody to interrupt me. I don't want anyone to interject. I don't want anyone to, and that's just me being selfish and me just being honest. Like, that's just how it was. It's like, now, okay, now, you know what? I'm already running the channel alongside the other guys, by the way, but I'm already kind of running the channel anyway. I now understand the mechanics behind it in terms of how to run a stream, set up all of this kind of stuff, thumbnails, and all these little kind of things that I had zero knowledge of, by the way. And this is a word to anybody who's trying to get into it. I promise you, you don't need any knowledge. All you need is just the willpower to just say, nah, cool, I'm just going to run it. And then once you run it once, you'll get better the second time. I think Mr. Beast even says it. By the 100th time of you doing something, I promise you, you'll be way better than you was the first time you did it. 100%. It's just natural. It's just natural. So, yeah, man. Like, after about 2 years, that's when I said, yeah, you know what? I kind of want to. I met there was a designer, big up Ash. And I ain't spoken to him for a while, and I hope you're good. But yeah, big up to him, because I met him. Excuse me. And he was someone who, again, he just believed in what we was doing, but he used to sort out our thumbnails for us.
Got it.
So he would then design, and again, big up to him, because he did it for free. He didn't ask for a penny, and you already know, like, that's basically impossible for someone to do something for free, you know, in this kind of industry. So he wanted to get, he was just starting out, and he wanted to also get his work. And I'll be real, even to this day, I still think his thumbnails are some of the best thumbnails I've ever seen on just YouTube in a general sense. Like, I kind of hope to get back in touch with him at some point for him to pattern it. But yeah, it's like, when he was coming through, he's like, yeah, so he would then sort them out for us, and he would help with little things. He would help with, if I had like a new segment for a show, he would then sort out. He sorted out everybody's avatars. He sorted out everybody's, you know, little bits that we all needed. Helped us with the Instagram, helped us with the YouTube, all of that kind of stuff. And again, this is, by the way, people, nobody's getting paid at this point. Even still now, nobody's getting paid. Again, it's just about, it's almost like $1 in a dream. Like, we just had this dream, and we had this vision, and we could all just believe in this one individual who's trying to push it as far as possible, which is why I respect all of the guys who are involved from early, like, because I'm just like, nah, they actually, you know, fucked with it from the jump. So yeah, once that kind of happened, and, you know, once he, Ash kind of got involved, that's when it was like, okay. And then he then had his own kind of ideas in terms of what he then wanted to do in regards to in the football scene. So he had my idea, but on a bigger scale. Got it. So I was really thinking too small. He expanded that idea. Once he's expanded that idea, and we're already working together, I'm saying, all right, cool. Let's do this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me come over there and see, and kind of, you know, see what he's saying. And at this point, I'm still kind of, I'm almost like a, silly to say, but I'm like a free agent at this point, where I'm just kind of tivering. I'm not doing Scouts in London anymore. I'm obviously working a lot more with Ash, and I'm doing a little bits of content here and there, still on the Scouts in London channel, but just more on my own, as opposed to as a group. So yeah, I'm just kind of tivering. And when he then obviously proposed his idea, that's when I said, oh yeah, let's do it then. Like, do you know what I mean? Why not? Let's get a group of people together, get different individuals together. And again, like I said, he just expanded the idea that it's not even just this part. We need to also look at, let's make a bigger channel, but also within making it a bigger channel, let's have different segments. And when I say different segments, he had an art segment, he had like a paintings kind of segment, he had like bro, he had everything. He had these ideas, and I fucked with that, because I was like, yo, like, I wasn't even thinking, I'm thinking so small, and I'm just saying, oh yeah, I'm just want to come on YouTube. Remember, I didn't know anything about monetizing. I didn't know about how that works. So I'm into him speaking, and he's then telling me like, nah, bro, we can go here. And then that's when then, you know, the likes of like Jerry, who's a good friend of mine today. You guys say that, and that's when everything then starts to really propel, because then that's when, you know, I then start my own channel. I'm then working alongside the likes of Jerry, Ish, Roms. I know Ed just said it there. Like, I'm working with those people now, and now we're trying to take the idea even bigger than it is.
Nah, I hear that. Nah. Thoroughly. And what was that like? Because you've mentioned there about working with Jerry. You mentioned seeing Monts. What was your introduction into seeing the likes of Monts and working with Jerry and other people around that time?
I think big up to Jerry, like, because I used to always think you kind of slightly said it in your intro.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to just football, everything else, by the way, and I know some people always say like they always clown me in my thing. They call me Megatron, right? Because I'm always moody about something. I'm always trying to, I'm negative about something, basically, right? So fair enough. And I take that name and I'm good with it. It is what it is, right? But like when I listen to like Jerry speak, I used to always say, when we're talking football, just purely football, I don't care about the bants. The bants for me is something that will naturally just come within conversation with people that you're cool with. So when you're with your friends outside of streaming and you guys are talking about whatever, football, life or whatever, you'll naturally, it's just bants. There's no, I don't need to almost force it kind of thing. But when we're just talking directly football, I actually just want to have a serious conversation. I don't really want to do it if we're just generally talking about football. The bants, like I said, will come afterwards because you're cool with this person. You understand how they are. You know what kind of ticks them. Whatever. With Jerry, it was literally like that, bro. Jerry was doing well for himself at the time anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Jerry had his own channel. He was already doing his kind of thing. He don't need me to leech off of him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need. He definitely doesn't need me. I need him more than he needs me. I'll tell you that for free. So when I'm like chopping up with Jerry, obviously at the time when we were on working with Ash at the time. Like when I'm just chatting to him, I'm just like, oh, okay. First of all, he's the man then. So that makes life a lot easier for me to kind of conversate and also understand the type of individual that he is. But also the way he talks about football. Okay, yeah, I know Jerry knows what he's talking about. And even with Monts, well, when I first chatting to Monts, even him again, I'm talking to him obviously at first purely about football, but I've had, and don't worry, Monts, I'm not going to air any conversations out. But I've had conversations with Monts where we've just spoken about life. And I'm just like, oh, Monts is actually, you know what I'm saying? Monts is actually cool. Rom, the same thing. And then again, I've then linked up with them face to face later on down the line kind of thing. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they're exactly what I thought they would be, which is cool brothers. You know what I mean? Forget even the football side, because that's just football is football. I'm just talking naturally blessed, cool guys. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I don't know how else to even explain it. They're just cool people. And I'm someone I like to just keep it chill and just calm. So I need to be around those type of individuals. It's just great that we also all have a common goal, which is we all want to try and do well in the YouTube space at the time and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it makes it a bit easier for me to then say, all right, cool. Let's kind of all work together in some way, shape or form, kind of thing. But at the beginning, Jerry, Roms, Ish as well. Big up to Ish. Obviously working with Monts as well. I'm trying to think of. I don't want to miss anybody out, but if I do apologize. My memory is a bit crap. But yeah, working with those 3-4 people, especially at the beginning, I was like, yeah, man. And again, like I said about Kopish and about Troopz, representation it matters heavily. Right. And by the way, I'm not biased to just one, but you know what I mean. It's just working with individuals who are very similar to you, similar backgrounds and stuff like that. It does make it a bit more easier. Then you can then start opening yourself up to whatever else is obviously, kind of out there. So yeah, man, shout out to them.
Yeah, 110%. So you're working with, like you said there, with Monts, with Jerry, with Roms, Ash as well, who's helping you out with the thumbnails. So when does GTV football come along? Because you're kind of on Scousers in London, but not as in the same as when it started. Like you mentioned, everyone's busy. So then what is the continuation? You're moving around, you're doing features on other people's channels at points. But yeah, what is the next big step to GTV? Like what was was that round the corner or was that further down the line?
It was kind of around the corner. It's so funny, man.
Yeah, go on.
I'm not going to say who it was because the person is relatively known, right? Well, and not even in I wouldn't even say YouTube space, just in a Liverpool space, this person is known. But when we was working together with Ash, right, he had obviously all different kind of people, right? So he had me, he had Jerry, he had Roms, he had Ish, but then he also had like different other people for different kind of things. So people who were there for like the news outlet, people who were there for doing like tactic shows, people who were there or the Liverpool women's kind of side of things, right?
Yeah.
So you got all of these different types of individuals. Now, remember, we don't all know each other. Ultimately, again, I don't know Jerry either. Like, I don't know anybody. So you're trying to bring a group of people who don't know each other. We're all grown at the end of the day, so we understand it's a work in progress, right?
Good.
But then I realized very quickly that I butt heads with a lot of people, and when you butt heads with people, it obviously it's going to make it difficult to then work with. So in my eyes, anyway, two things. In my eyes, I was kind of just like, ultimately, if that is happening, I've got to see it as one, we can't work together anyway. And remember, this ain't like me working at freaking Primark where I need the check, so I'm gonna kind of just stay. Like, I can bounce whenever I want to bounce. You can also
you can leave, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not tied to anybody. I'm not tied to anything, so I can just leave whenever I want to leave. But also, they can do the same thing. So instead of them kind of doing so in that kind of capacity, I've just looked at it as like, either way, I want to start my own channel anyway. Like, I do want to do that. So I'm slowly kind of branching out, trying to see how things kind of work, how I can kind of do it. And then, I think I can't even remember exactly when, but as I said, I think it was around the time when, Liverpool got to that Champions League final. So that's 2023. I think that's when I've said, all right, let's just start the channel now. Do you know what I mean? Let's just kind of really do this. Let's just see how this kind of goes, how this kind of works, etc., etc. And then just kind of take it from there. But I would say the one person, there's more people who helped, but the one person who I'll always be grateful to is always going to be Jerry. It would just always be Jerry, because the reality is he did my intro. I remember that he actually did my intro, my original intro for TV at the time, and also he just helped me with just understanding. Do you get, like, I'm watching Jerry and I'm trying to understand, like, oh, okay, cool. So this is how you move in this kind of space. This is how you move in this space. This is how you move in this space. This is how it is in this audience. This is how it is in this audience. This is how it is in this. He don't even know this, but I'm watching him because I'm trying to understand like how to kind of do it. When Jerry was doing his own channel, remember Jerry's hosting. I'm again, like I said, I needed Jerry more than he needed me. He don't need me. He's already doing what he was already doing. So clearly it was working prior to me ever, working with him and stuff like that. So I'm just more like, bro, I'm happy to be here. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here and we're just working together.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is just that. Like, I can't lie about it because that's exactly how I felt at the time. We're just working together. And now obviously as of 2025, I consider Jerry a friend. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's purely just built up through that period of time where during the World Cup, I can remember, when Jerry was doing the World Cup streams during when it was during the season, the 2022, I think, World Cup. And you, again, working with Jerry every day, wake up in the morning, whether I had work or didn't have work at the time, I'm waking up in the morning, all I'm thinking is, all right, yo, Jay, when you going? Like, all right, cool, we're doing this. Cool. Let's kind of do these, let's kind of do these kind of things. And I think that kind of helped towards then understanding, as well as then again, as we go along, we're then meeting new people as we go. I'm meeting yourself, I'm meeting an Ends, a Savage, and all these other individuals. But it's then understanding how to actually do things, how things actually work in this space. But also, which I think a lot of YouTubers don't really do is, and I've said this about Liverpool, is that what are you trying to be? Like, what direction are you trying to go in? Like, what type of a content creator are you trying to be? Because I feel a lot of them, it's you started out as one thing, but then you branched off to something different. Whereas I look at like you, I look at Ends, I look at a Savage, I look at quite a few of you guys, and I'm like, nah, they've been the exact same from when they started to today. You are who you are, kind of thing, and you've allowed yourself to just grow, obviously within the scene, but you're not growing, and it's like, well, when he first started, he was just talking about football. Now all he does is just chat shit. No. They've been the exact same. If you watch Sarcasm City TV from when I started watching a few years ago, I'm watching from then till today, but there's not a difference in terms of who you are as an individual. Still charismatic, funny, still banned, still talk football. It hasn't changed. Whereas some people, I felt they move in different, into just different directions, which, by the way, is fine, because you understand that maybe this is the direction that you want to go in. But that was where I was struggling, was that I was trying to figure out, which way do I go? Do I play this kind of individual where it's a bit like I can play into a certain type of character and then I can just run with it, and then I can be known as the in the Liverpool space as that kind of person, or just be you. However that comes across, is just however it comes across.
I think that's it right there. I think that's the key right there. Be yourself. If you do run jokes and run bants, run jokes and run bants. If you're more serious when it comes to the football and you're more from the tactical standpoint and more the intricacies of management, run with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned there, and I appreciate the kind words. You know me because we've spoke off there. I don't turn the camera on and change. How I am, the same bants and jokes I will run on stream. The same, I'm the same asshole off stream. Man will run the same rivalry jokes and that. I don't do, for instance, the tactical side of things. Yes, I can break down tactics, but that's not my bag. That's not my passion. It's never been, I can sit and talk, but you're never gonna see, all right, you know what, Flawless, tactical show. It's not my thing. I start talking about inverting fullbacks and false nines and half wingers and that. That's just not me. Doesn't mean I don't understand it. That's just not where I'm at with it. And if I was to do something like that, I would have yourself on there. I'd have my guy Jez on there, someone who's more knowledgeable and more passionate about that side of things. So I think the key is to be yourself, because people gravitate towards authenticity, because eventually the mask slips.
And it's like no, by the way, 100% agree. And I think it's like you okay, prime example, you look at like an Expressions. He is who he is.
Yes,
I'm telling you, on his own stream, on Sky Sports, when I saw him on Sky, bro, he is the same. Man is not changing for shit. And whether you like, and the thing is, you don't have to like it or dislike it. You just got to respect the fact that, oh shit, bro, like he's just the same brother. Like he didn't even change. Like you would have thought in your head, bro, he's on Sky Sports. He ain't gonna run no joke on Sky Sports. Brother, he run the same thing. I said,
run the same jokes. We are a pack of polo. Hole in the middle of that midfield,
bro. And this is on Sky. This is on big mainstream TV. Like this is Sky Sports. Like we all watch Sky Sports, right? And again, I think it's looking at those kind of individuals and starting to understand that, like, you just got to do your, like, just be you when you're doing YouTube, because people, you'll gain a more loyal fan base as opposed to people who just have people who just fly by and, you know, you subscribe today, but I haven't watched like your last 50 videos, that kind of thing. You don't, you know what I mean? You don't really want that. You want people who are going to always keep coming back because they like you for you, whether they agree, whether you disagree. And that was another thing, is that I had to understand was, one, you can't argue with everybody because it's just time consuming, but also you got to understand that, like, remember, everyone in the chat, even the people that you stream with, not everyone is like your close brethren. So the way that you would deal with certain situations with, say, like with your close friends, in terms of like in a football context, like in conversation, where me and my brethren, we might argue about football, but you know, sometimes like an argument might, in your head, if you was from the outside looking in, you'd think the argument went too far. Really, that's not even close.
That's just a brethren thing, because you don't know your boundaries. As brethren, you know, you and your close brethren know your boundaries, and because it's your close brethren, you're gonna let him say even more. So when I'm on here with my close brethren, like shout out my bro Talks, I remember we was debating about something, and people in the chat would be like, "Oh, it's too far." That's my bro. Like, for years, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's Cody. So there's no too far. Whereas somebody else couldn't say certain things to me. I'd be like,
where I'm like, if I hear that from certain people, I'm like, yo, we're gonna have to have a conversation. But and I think that's, again, these by the way, people, I'm just telling you, and again, I'm not even a big channel. I'm just telling you from a point of view of someone who is just trying to understand, like, if you've never done YouTube before and then you're coming into the space and you're worried about all of the little things, you're worried about views, subscribe, I promise you, forget all of that. Don't even care about that. Don't even worry about that. Your time will come if you're just consistent and you're just authentic with whatever it is that you try and do. And if you continue doing that, I promise you, in the future, whenever that is, I don't know when, but in that future, it will work out for you. It will just work in whatever capacity. It just works out. Like some of the people I've met anyway, just even through doing streams, again, it's just, oh, okay, cool. And they're not getting me on because, excuse me, they're not getting me on because, like, I don't know, I'm playing this character today, or they know I'm going to start shouting, or, bro, you know, I'm not going to come on and shout. Like, unless I get really worked up about something when I'm talking passionately, I'm not really going to shout. I'm going to probably sit there quietly actually and just listen, because I want to try and take in the information first before I respond, because I know me and I've got a quick mouth and I've got a quick kind of mind where I'll say something and I'm like, why did you even say that? Because now he's going to rebuttal it and now you look stupid. So you need to just wait till he finishes speaking and then let him land first and foremost, kind of thing, instead of trying to crash him in the air. So it's like, those are the little kind of things that you ultimately just learn within the scene, within the whole of just doing YouTube. And again, I go back to, and I always, in my brain anyway, I always go back to the, again, I go back to the Jerrys, I go back to the Roms, I go back to the Ish, I go back to Monts, I go back to the Kopish, the Troopz. Then, as I say, Flawless. I then go back to Ends, Savage. All of those people I just named are all people that I've just learned from in this YouTube scene. And I'm talking learning how you do your thumbnails, learning how you actually present a show, learning how to, you know, again, we're talking about segueing shows, how to segue topics, how to be a host, you know, on your own actual show, knowing that being a host sometimes means you're not going to be able to say as much as you would if you was just by yourself. I had to understand that. I fully had to, and I'm still, by the way, I'm still shit at it now. Everyone knows, like, I'll still talk too much where I'm hosting, but the reality is I'm trying to learn. I'm like, no. Remember, you're hosting. You got.
I suppose that's a part of hosting though, because people still want to hear from you, even though you are the host, because they are on GTV 4G. Yes, there's other people who may be on there as guests, because I hear that, because I host and I won't say as much. But what my co-host will do or the audience will do is, what do you think? And at times, I'm trying to chill, especially when it's United. I'm not really trying to talk too much at times. A man will go, nah, we ain't letting you go. The yard man do that. Javon, Lex, them man do that all the time. Now, what do you think? And I'm like, yo, this is not really about me. It's about you, or the audience will say it like that. But then also, that's what's great about the spaces, because then you can go elsewhere and people hear more of your opinion, because then you're not a host. I love being just a straight up shooter. When I can go elsewhere, if I'm on your channel, I ain't gonna worry about hosting. I ain't gonna worry about segues. I can just get my point across. I can just, when I'm asked, I can run jokes where it is clash or whoever, depending on who's on there. If it's someone who's a quote unquote up, I run jokes. Like, for instance, if me and Ends are on the same stream and it's not my channel, his channel, it's going off already. I already know. He crashing on me, I'm crashing on him, because that's just the way me and Ends are. That's why you laughing, because you know you do it. With me and Ram. You say, if Ram's on here, I'll do it when I'm hosting, but that's just again, so because it's me and Ram. But I hear it. But yeah, go on, carry on. I hear it's interesting that you mentioned that. It is interesting.
Yeah, no, it's again, these are just the little things. As I say, and again, I'm really not trying to speak from a place of I'm 100 subscribers or thousands of, no, it's just, I feel like these are just the little small blueprints, like, that will allow for you to, whatever you deem to be successful in YouTube, everyone's got their own different definitions, right? But whatever you deem that to be, I feel like that will in turn happen for you anyway in the YouTube space, especially because we all got to remember that football, it's already a saturated market, bro. There's bare of us now. Like, this isn't the days of only watching the Full-Time Devils or Kopish, where there's only like 2 of you, man, out there, Aftv free. Like, there's now bare, like, for different teams as well. I think I can't remember his name, and I do apologize. He's a West Ham fan. I think I've seen him on with you on. Are you talking
about Mike's?
Yes, Mike's. Yes, Mike's.
Yeah, shout out to Mike's, man. Big up GVO Mike's every single time. Yeah, there's enough of us. I say it all the time. There's so many, like, in this space.
Bro, the other day I tuned into an Aston Villa one. The other day I was like, Aston Villa, like, what? I didn't even know that there was an Aston Villa fan channel. But again, he was just one of the mandem, like, from that side, obviously, of England. But I was just like, bro, that's crazy. Like, and I shouldn't think that, because ultimately YouTube is YouTube and the world is a big place. But it's, you know, when you just look at it, you think, bro, the market isn't, there's not enough space, right? In my opinion, for everybody to just be up here ultimately. So the only way you're going to be able to, again, be deemed successful in whatever you deem that to be is just to be yourself. Like, generally, just be yourself. And I promise you, people flock to you because it's like watching a TV series. I like Friends because I like the characters in Friends. But guess what? I can watch Friends and I can also watch My Wife and Kids, because they're 2 different entities, but I like the characters on My Wife and Kids. But I also like the characters on One-on-One, on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, on this, on Game of Thrones. And then the reason why is because I like each and every individual person in their own space. so I can still enjoy all of them together, but I enjoy each and every individual one. So yeah, man, just be yourself, bro. Just be yourself. And I think, yeah, for me, that was kind of the main thing, is then understanding, okay, bro, just do your own thing, do it how you want to do it. Ultimately, it's your own channel, so nobody can tell you to do any different anyway, because it's your channel. So if you want to do this week, then do it. If you want to run a new show, for example, then you do it. If you want to, I don't know, if you want to stream at 8 o'clock in the morning, then just stream at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like,
freedom.
Freedom, but also, guess what? I know, because I know we all look at the analytical side of YouTube and stuff, and YouTube Studio, and obviously that is something that you should be looking at anyway. But you know, if you decided, for example, Flawless streams in the evening, right? He streams at times when I'm, like I said, I'm going to wake up to the toilet, and he's streaming. I'm like, damn, he might be doing NBA, he might be playing football, FIFA, whatever. Like, but he's streaming at that time. Why? Because Flawless got an audience at that time, but you only had that audience because you built that up over a period of time. At first, you're thinking, well, who the hell is going to be awake at this? No. There's a lot of people who are going to be awake at this time, because that's obviously what people want to see. And guess what? When they are awake at this time, they're going to tune in. Same thing if you want to do it 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 p.m., 4, whatever. I promise you, people, just run it. Just run it. And over a period of time, your loyal audience will always stick with you in this kind of scene. And then you just take it from there, whatever you kind of, want to do.
So that's what GTV was to you. You was like, all right, I can run this because it's me solo dolo. I can run this however I want, to do whatever I want to do. So what was the short-term and long-term plans with it from the very beginning, where you was like, all right, cool?
I think short-term was just more about, okay, you, like I said, obviously I've been doing stuff with like Jerry and trying to, like, features really and truly. So doing so many features, they need to hear your own album now. They need to know, can you put a body of work together yourself, really? And then we need to know what that kind of sounds like. And I think that's just what it was at the moment, was, all right, let's get the first album out. Let's try and get that out first, or the first mixtape out at least, where it's actually you, but with no features. Because we've heard you with features. You've been on a Lil Wayne run at the moment where, oh, yeah, your features are really good with other people. We need you to now start doing your own kind of work. And I think that was just all I cared about at the time, was, okay, I need to get comfortable being in front of the camera and doing a show. That's just what I really need to. I need to really understand, but also understanding that, okay, there's people in the chat as well. I need to engage them too, as well as running the show. I need to engage the people in the chat, find out how everybody is, what's everyone kind of doing whilst I'm still talking, knowing that I'm someone who can talk a lot anyway. So I sort of lose track at times. I need to be so focused because I need to understand what's kind of going on, in and around. And that was just more my short term, was more just understanding how to really do YouTube in that kind of sense. And then long term, I think the long term goals have kind of changed over time. And I think now when I look at it, I'm more about, I've almost gone back to the roots of why I started the channel in the first place, which is, I just want to talk about what I want to talk about. Like, I actually don't want to talk about just one, like, when you have like
that's one thing I love about you, G, you're just so matter of fact and just so straight to it. And you're like that talking about football, which makes you're like, yo, I just want to get back to, what do I want to chat about? What do I want to do? Like you mentioned with the channel, and it shows because you enjoy what you're doing on your channel and what you're talking about as well. Well, go on, carry on.
No, you said it there. It's just, I think I said this to you the other day when you messaged me at first, and I was saying about like 2026, like, just forget the New Year news. That's weird. But I mean, like, in terms of doing other things. So obviously I wouldn't do that on my GTV. I'll do it on my other channel. And that was something to think about, because I was like, okay, no, keep one football channel, but then also have another channel where you do have another space. And I think in the football matter, people have seen it, whether if you subscribe to the channel or you don't. If you go on my channel now, you've seen that I've taken off what do you call it, the bio kind of thing. I've taken off talking, I had it something along the lines of Liverpool fan talking about Liverpool, blah blah blah. And the reason why I took it off wasn't what my man said in the chat before about me being a Crystal Palace fan. That's fake news. Don't listen to anybody tells you. But it was purely just for the fact of, I started to understand that, remember, like, ultimately, and I know this is cliche to say, I'm a football fan first before I was a Liverpool fan anyway. So I got into football before I even knew who Liverpool even was. That wasn't even the first team I even knew who they were. The first team I knew who that was Manchester United. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, because my dad was a Manchester United fan. So it's one of those. So when I'm looking at like what I want to talk about in football, I didn't want to just keep it as just a Liverpool channel. I just felt like that was closing me off to being allowed to talk about every other thing, because you got to understand, for example, Sarcasm City TV, it doesn't say, I might be wrong, I haven't looked at what your bio says, but it doesn't
spot on with where you're going.
Yeah, like it doesn't say Manchester United fan, it's a Manchester United news, blah, blah, blah. It's Sarcasm City TV. Like the fact that it's even Sarcasm City. So this is a city, i.e. there's going to be different things that we talk about within this city. There's going to be different. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So these are the little things that I kind of looked at, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't want it to just be like we're just talking about one thing all the time, because people can see it in my face, and unfortunately, I can't hide it. I just get bored.
Got poker face.
Yeah, I ain't got poker face. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really don't. So you'll just see it immediately. Okay, yeah, he's bored of talking about it, or he don't give a fuck about it. Yeah, I don't. I actually don't. And unfortunately, I can't hide the fact that I don't care. So I need to be able to talk about other teams. I need to be able to talk about other news that's going on in football, whether it's transfers, whether it's, you know, you mentioned they're talking about like tactics. I love looking at the tactics side of the game just because I'm just like, yo, this is actually mad fascinating that the game is so tactical. But when I was young, I promise you, I couldn't tell you about I just about knew about 4-3-3, 4-4-2.
Yo, man, 4-4-2, 4-5-1, that was it. They were the two formations I knew. Yo, that was it. They were the ones that was playing. Football Manager might open me up to more like maybe like a Christmas tree, but that was it. But you played 4-4-2, occasionally 4-5-1. That was it. They was the two formations.
Bro, those are the two for me. Like, and obviously everyone knows like I'm a big Barcelona supporter. Like, obviously watching Pep Guardiola, that actually more probably tuned me into looking at football a bit differently, because I just saw what he was doing as a manager, and I just kept saying to myself, bro, like if I was ever to do coaching or anything like that, like I would love to almost not even follow him, because you can't copy him, of course, but just read the game in the same way that he does. Do you know what I mean? And clearly, and I've read his books, I've read all of that, and I was like, yeah, you see the way he understands the game, bro, it's on a whole different wavelength. I need to understand the game like this. Once I started reading it and understanding the game from that perspective, it just made me like the game a lot more. Like, and I'll be real, it made me like the game a lot more, but it also made me almost hate the game at the same time, because I can't now just watch a game of football. Like, I can't sit there unless it's Fulham versus Sunderland this weekend.
Yeah,
I don't care about those two teams at all. So I could just sit there and just watch it, chill out, and but if I'm watching a team that I'm interested in just watching, I promise you, bro, I can't just sit there and watch games now.
You're analyzing it tactically.
Yeah, bro, but it's annoying though. At this point now, I'm actually annoyed, because I'm like, bro, sometimes I actually just want to chill out. So I actually watch more games with lesser teams, or I enjoy watching more games with lesser teams than I do with like the bigger teams, because I'm like, the bigger teams I overanalyze too much. Like, I'll sit there, I'm trying to watch the game. But even just going back to the original point, which is that's where I then wanted to take the channel, which is I want the channel to just be more about just everything I'm interested in within football. So every aspect of the game, that's just what I'm interested in. So ultimately, it's my channel, so I'm gonna just run it. Like, I don't really care that anyone else. Like, you know, it doesn't have to just. Obviously, primarily, most things on my channel, you'll see it's gonna be about Liverpool, obviously, because that's who I support. So it's gonna be there anyway. But there are a lot of things on there that are nothing to do with Liverpool, because that's just what I wanted to talk about today. That's just where that's what I was thinking about. Guess what? Let me put a video out. Let me put the feelers out, see how people kind of take to one of my biggest videos that I've got on my channel with like 11K views is freaking Real Madrid and Ancelotti. It's got nothing to do with Liverpool, like it, and that blew my mind, because I was like, bro, I'm a predominantly Liverpool channel. How is the biggest video I've ever done? It's Real Madrid. That's crazy.
Because it goes to show that it's people are not solely just there for a Liverpool perspective. It's to hear your perspective of it by you being yourself.
That was the kind of avenue that I wanted to go down, was that no, I don't want people to come here because I'm a Liverpool fan. Come because you want to listen to what I've got to say. But also what I was going to say anyway was, if I know you're a Manchester United fan and I know your channel is a Manchester United channel, or before you even say a word, when we're having a discussion, in my mind, I'm already thinking that you've got a bias. So I'm already giving you minus points for the things that you say. Whether even if you're right on the money, I'm already giving you that minus point. So you're already a minus before we start speaking, because I'm like, oh, this guy's an Arsenal fan, he's a Chelsea fan.
He's just gonna be biased towards his own team.
Yeah, he's gonna be biased. So and I didn't want people coming to my channel and thinking that when they heard me speak, I wanted them to be like, no, take me at the face value of what I'm saying. People will say I'm probably overly harsh on Liverpool. And I almost feel like I have to be, because I need to almost just show you, like,
I think you're honest. I just think you're honest. That's all it is.
Well, I wish you would say that on Enz's channel a bit more, because the way that they treat me over there is like,
I go, but yeah, look who you just said is Enz. You know what Enz is like, man. Enz will set you up. That's Enz for you in a nutshell. Enz gonna set you up, man. Set up merchant. That's Enz. I'm gonna join over there, man. That is. I think you just honest. That's what that is. And people don't like it. And the thing is, it's worse coming from someone who's a fan of the same club as you, because you can't just write it off as they're hating. You can't just say, oh, your bias is like, me and you could have the exact same opinion on Liverpool, say the exact same points in the exact same way. Or flawless, you're a United fan, you just hating. You just wishing on our downfall, you're just being over the top. They can't say them things to you. So now they have to actually dissect what you're saying, right? What is G say? Is he right? Is he wrong? And then people, you're going down a whole rabbit hole and having a whole uncomfortable. No one wants to have those conversations. Uncomfortable. No one wants to have conversations about their team doing bad. That's what it is. And then that's but again, well, like I said, when it's someone who's the same club as you as well, supports the same club, you know, actually have to dissect it, which it's not nice. It's not nice.
I mean, for you, I can imagine it's been a rocky road for the last few years. But
hella rocky, man. Jesus.
It's just one of those kind of things. And I think that's, again, like I said, that's just where I wanted to take, you know, the channel. That's where I wanted to head with the channel in a general sense, was just that, like, okay, yeah, let's open the floor up a little bit, and then it just allows for a bit more room for a bit more content, a bit more different types of content, like, I don't know, player watches or young player watches or little things like that. Like, I just feel that you can't do it because, or some people can't do it because their channel is centered, by the way, which is nothing wrong with this, by the way, but it's just you're centered to only one,
centered around something.
So I can't, you can't really, you know, branch out from outside of that, meaning if that was to just die today, then now what? Do you get what I'm saying? And you see it with channels anyway. When your team's doing poorly or when your team's doing well, you notice it in people's channels purely because it's like it can only go with the wave, whatever that wave is, and whatever that is on your channel, it can only go with that wave. So if your team's doing poorly, we know already more people are going to flock to your channel just because they want to see you crash out. They want to see all of that kind of stuff, cussing your team. Rivals join in, they do the bants thing, blah, blah, blah. If your team's doing well, though, rivals are all quiet. No one wants to even jump on your streams anymore.
Rivals are quiet, but the fans are all there, yo. I remember the times when Liverpool have done very well and how happy Liverpool content creators were and how happy the fans were as well. Because you notice, I see it in my channel, and Liverpool was up more Liverpool that this season, the least I've seen Liverpool fans in a minute. It was hella level. There's nothing you never walk alone, and Liverpool badges and Avis and there and all this stuff. Now they disappeared. This season, you know what I'm saying? Now they disappeared. It's like, okay, all right. I see you.
Now, you look at the table, United ahead of Liverpool on the table. Yeah, now the Liverpool fans, everyone's gone a bit quiet. So I'm like, you see, this is what I didn't want, which is I didn't want it to be a case of like where my channel is almost. Ultimately, it's my channel in it, and I'm just a supporter of that club. But I didn't want my channel to be dictated by what my team was doing anyway. Like, I wanted you to be here regardless of whether we were winning or we were losing. Do you get what I'm saying? Whether we were the best team in the world or the worst team in the world, my channel can't be dictated by that. It has to be dictated by what I'm talking about. And I feel like once people, obviously loads of channels do it, but there's a lot of channels who don't do it. And then I guess you're always wondering why your channel's not doing great, or just why, you know, things are just not really popping. I feel like it's just because of that. It's your channel is dictated by what your club does, and ultimately let's keep it
what it is.
And let's keep it a buck, guys. Like, we're all on YouTube. None of us are employed by these clubs. Like, they I promise you, our channels could die today and they don't even care. So we need to stop caring about what clubs think and stuff like that. Be honest. Speak your truth. If you're angry about something, say it. If you're happy about something, say it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So yeah, man. Yeah.
And before you continue, hey, you lot, big up. I know you're thoroughly entertained by what G's saying because I am the story and finding out what's going on as well. Please, though, subscribe to his channel, GTV Football. The link is in the title, people. That is GTV Football. Again, GTV Football. The link is in the title. Click the link in the title. It opens up a new tab and you can subscribe to his channel, find all of his socials as well. Big up my G Lewis for the raid every single time as well. Everyone joining over from the redirect from Lewis's channel, please run up the likes. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the notification bell as well. So you're working on your channel. You're working with various people as well. Was there any point on your channel where you go, hey, that was a big moment? Like either whether it's a certain amount of views, a certain amount of actual live viewers, getting someone on your channel, or even somebody knowing you who you're a fan or supporter of, like, right, such and such knows me. Or was there any moments like that during the entirety of your channel, actually, not just the start, the whole time with GTV?
You know what's mad? I think the first time, was big up to Hassan, because Sam's he's got a massive channel. He's very, and we know who Hassan is. Everyone knows who Hassan is. Big up, big up. Everyone knows who Hassan is, right? I remember listening to Hassan on he used to do spaces on Twitter. Them football spaces, and I remember every now and again I'll jump in to like listen to what the guys are saying. And I promise you, if for those who missed that period, them spaces were crazy, like wild spaces. They had crazy amounts of individual, like he had thousands of people in this. I've never seen that many people in spaces, even now, like even up to today, right? So he's doing this thing, and I just remember one, and again, big up to Jerry, because Jerry was the one who kind of put him in touch with myself. He shouted at me to jump on a stream, and I can never forget, because this was early, like real early into GTV, I think, and big up Michael Talks as well, because he was on the stream as me, Michael, and Sam, and we were all obviously just talking about something to do with Liverpool. I can't remember what it was at a period of time, but we're talking about Liverpool. I just remember thinking, oh shit, okay, cool. Like, yeah, all right, cool. Like, Azam, all right, cool. Like, you know what I mean? We're getting somewhere. Yeah, we're doing something. We're doing something kind of thing. So, at that time, I can't lie. I thought, yo, that's a big thing for me at that period of time. And then again, and listen, Jerry might as well be my agent, because then again, he then put the football terrorists like KJ and Terry. He then put them in touch with me to then jump on their channel during that same kind of period. So I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Like wow, this is actually, like, at the time, remember, I'm I don't know, like 100, 200 subscribers in, or whatever the case may be. So it's not even like I'm in a position of like, yeah, I've now got 3K now. So, okay, we're just pushing a little bit more, whatever the case may be. I'm a lot more known to the individuals than I was obviously back then. So when that's obviously all happening, I'm just like, rah, okay, cool. Like maybe this is the play. Maybe this is the way that we kind of go. This is maybe, what we kind of do. So that was around that period of time. Again, I want to say 23, 24, like 2023, 22, like in and around that period. I could be wrong completely. So again, if Jerry, if you're here, please let me know the dates. But I'm sure it's around that kind of like 12-month period, right? Where we're kind of banging out that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just felt like that for me at that period of time was a period of time when I was like, yeah, okay. So then I thought ultimately, yeah, well, surely then if I'm on these channels, I must be able to, yeah, YouTube does not work like that in the slightest. I can promise you that right now. It don't work like that. You still got to put in the groundwork. Yeah. I just mentioned earlier on about the video that is one of my I think it's like my highest or second highest viewed video, right? That Real Madrid video, when I did it, that was Carlo Ancelotti left this summer, I believe. Yeah, he left this summer.
Yeah, he left this summer, just gone. Yeah,
we did. Just gone. So I would have done it whenever Jude joined Real Madrid that season. That was the year.
Yeah, because Ancelotti's left twice, because he was there and then left and then rejoined, and then he went back.
Rejoined. But this was literally just recently. So when Jude joined Real Madrid, they won the La Liga, they won Champions League, banging, whatever, blah, blah, blah. When I did that video, obviously it done so well. And I was just sitting there thinking, rah, like, I don't understand, first of all, how the hell it's done so well. So I need to figure that part out, because I need to try and replicate that into this now, so that we can obviously continue pushing and, you know, bring some more people in. And I just remember sitting there thinking to myself, wow, like I was for a long, long time, and I know it's probably a small goal to pick to individuals, but for such a long time, I remember I used to always, and even sometimes even now, I'm like, I just want one video to just go past the 10,000 mark. Like, I don't really care about subscribers and all of that, because I know that YouTube don't really work like that. It's more about your retention and stuff like that, right? I'm more concerned with like the views. Even the views I don't really care about. But one thing I can tick off on the list is, can I just have one video, even if I don't do it ever again, just one video that can just do 10,000 views. The only reason why is because I needed to know if I can actually do it or not. Not for the fact of doing it. Like, I don't really, if I do it, great. But it was, can you actually make a video of that quality that can allow for that kind of viewership? Then I did that. Then I did it again for another video that I did. And I was like, oh, okay, this got to be the play that kind of, you know what I mean, on and, you know, move forward. So yeah, I would say those are the big points for me that what I've always looked at and just said, yeah, like that's big for me. Do you know what I mean? And where I'm at with my own journey and, you know, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and was there anyone else? So you mentioned there, Sam, obviously football was. You mentioned being on the terrace as well. Anywhere else you did features and you was like, oh geez, like such and such has reached out to you, or somebody knows you, or something like that? Or I know Jerry's highly likely to be involved, as he said, all right, yo, such and such has shouted you or shouted us. Let's go over there as well.
I think in terms of like bigger, like, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah. You don't necessarily have to be big names, but like big names in regards to you, like it's someone you're a fan of, someone you're a supporter of. You're like, yo, they know me, right? They reached out to such. They reached out to me.
I'll be real, and this isn't me. Like, he knows that I don't need to blow smoke or nothing, but I'll probably say you, and if not you, well, you, but as well as
for that,
probably say you, and maybe as well as. I'm trying to think, because everyone else I kind of came through with. So like, I would have said, say maybe like a Monts as an example, but like we kind of come through almost at the same time, if that kind of makes sense. So, yeah, like big up, obviously, again, big up to Monts and the gang over there.
Big up 6 months every single time.
But yeah, I'd probably say you, because you got to understand, one, you're like, remember, I didn't know you. So to me, you just a Manchester United fan. But what I liked the most about your channel was that, again, we just spoke about, it's the play on words that people probably not even really noticing. It's sarcasm city. It's not just sarcasm TV, it's sarcasm city. So that in my mind, and this was just me reaching, by the way, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this brother must be doing other stuff. And again, I didn't even know a quarter of the thing. So I didn't know that you was doing, you know, FC. I didn't know that you was doing NBA, and even the NBA. I was like, oh shit, he's into NBA as well. Okay, yeah, all right, we got more in common than I actually initially thought. When I'm then watching your content, again, I'm seeing a brother who's from the ends up on his side of things. I can see, again, charismatic. I can see just the way you're moving with everybody else. I'm just like, oh yeah, now this flawless guy's all right, cool. He's a United fan, so he's an op regardless. But ultimately, he's an op that I can see. Yeah, he's actually calm and the type of individual that he kind of. Again, I've not spoken to you though, so I don't know what you're like when you're, you know, speaking to other individuals. I don't know what you're like. I don't know, even backstage. I don't know what you're like, you know, even there. So these are the little things that I've got to try and understand once I've obviously then started to, you know, met you and all this kind of stuff. So whenever you ask, I can't even remember what stream it was, but whenever you asked me to jump on a stream, I just remember thinking, rah, okay, cool. So there must be other people watching what I am doing enough for me to have someone who I'm not, at this point, I'm not in any contact with. I don't know. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. And he's at least, whether it's even a recommendation from someone else or even he himself, regardless of anything. It might even been from Ram. It could even have been from Ram.
Yeah, I think we was on stream together. So it was either a Ram or it was a Monts. It was somebody like that. I think we was on stream together. I believe that's what it was, if I remember correctly.
So it's like, yeah, when I'm getting like a shout from Flawless, I'm like, Yeah, no problem. Like, I'll jump on the stream. Like I'm definitely not gonna say no. Like because again, I've looked at your channel and I've just said there's only, and again, like I said, guys, I am a snob. So the reality is I ain't watching everyone's YouTube channel. I'm only watching like a select few. And not because I don't like your channel, it's just purely there's only so many hours in a day. I'm actually more likely to be watching TV than I would be watching YouTube anyway. So if I'm only gonna need to watch the ones that actually can sit there for more than 15, 20 minutes and not be bored by the conversation. So Flawless was one of those people. And again, no respect to no one else. Everyone's got good channels, they got great channels. I just didn't really care at that time. I just wanted to watch. I wanted to watch. So yeah, yours was one of the channels that I decided, yeah, I'll watch this. And again, you're not just doing, obviously, again, the bulk of your stuff might be Manchester United things, but you're not just doing only Manchester United.
And it's not solely,
You're bringing on, again, remember when we were doing me, you, Ram, Ryan, and we're all on talk about Liverpool. Right? You don't have to do that. You've done it with Asian, like you've done it with other people, other channels, other teams, should I say, sorry, where you'll get them on and you're having that kind of conversation. And when I'm seeing that, I'm just like, all right, this is someone I can actually fuck with. So I'll say you. I'll just say you.
Appreciate that, man. Nah, for real. Nah, that means a lot. Nah, for true. Like that. You looked at the channel that way and myself that way, so it means I'm doing something right. So nah, I do appreciate that, G, a hell of a lot, for real. Nah, I really do. That's why your channel's thriving as well. And in regards to your channel as well, what is now because you've built yourself up, you're working with people on a regular basis, you're doing features as well. What is the long-term goal with it? Like, what was the long-term goal with it from the start, and what's now changed? Now you're further along with the journey on your channel.
I'd say at the start, it was always about like when I first ever started YouTube, my goal was actually to work with Liverpool. Like I wanted to be like big up Errol, because you know you got, is it the Redmond? I want to say it's called Redmond too.
Redmond TV.
Yeah. Where he's obviously, you know, where he can work with like the club in some kind of capacity, right? That was always my goal at first. I slowly realized with the way that I talk about the football club, that probably ain't gonna happen anytime soon. So yeah, so guess what? We need to change the goals that we've got here, because you be cussing these men way too hard that I don't think they're gonna want to get you on. But also as well, even just within that time period, it was just about I slowly just understood that like that's not my path, if that kind of makes sense. That's just maybe not I'm trying to head with the whole, you know, YouTube channel and etc. So that was then. Now I'll be so real. Like I said, I'm just going back to the roots. I've just gone back to, I just want to talk about what I want to talk about. Like it might be Liverpool today, it could be Crystal Palace tomorrow, it could be Brighton the next week. Like I just want to talk about football, and I just want it to be a space where anybody of any fan, like here, like on a Big Six, like on other channels, where you could just come on and just chat football. Like if you've got something interesting to say, or there's an interesting topic, I don't know, anybody, just any player, any kind of topic that's kind of going on in football, I just want you to, like, I want to speak about it. Within speaking about it, I also want others to be able to feel free to be like, oh, yo, we should chop it up about which has happened quite a lot, which is people will message me and say to me like, oh yeah, you know what, we should talk about this situation going on at, I don't know, Newcastle or at Brighton or at this team, or right, Brighton keep buying all of these young players and from, you know, South America. What is it? All right, cool. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do some research behind even why they do it. What's the reasoning behind it? How they're doing it, etc. So I'll have to go away and, you know, pattern that up. And I think that's just where, especially going into next year, that's where I'm taking the channel, which is that's the kind of space alongside other channels and the other things that I'm bringing out next year. That's what I want to do. Is I want there to be that kind of, I understand YouTube now a lot better. Now, when I say that, you'll probably think, well, then why don't you just hurry up and get 100K subs? Obviously, I don't know
like that. Yeah, it don't work like that.
Yeah, it don't work like that, but also I don't know it that well. Like I know it well enough to understand what I like and what I don't like. So I've now understood that with YouTube, it's your own time and it's your own, you know, your own time that you're spending doing all of this stuff. You might as well actually enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy it, people will notice it in the quality of your stuff, but also in when I'm on the screen and stuff. Like you'll just notice that, like, yeah, like what's the point? Why did you wake up and bother even doing this video if you didn't even want to do the video? Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Energy all low and you don't really want to talk, and probably then there was no point of doing the video. So I had to then think about all the things that I want to do. So yeah, that's the plan, literally moving forward for obviously we've got 1 month left more or less of this year, but going into next year, that's all it's going to be now. All the channels that I've got, I'm just doing what I want to do now. You like it, you don't like it, it's totally up to you. I actually don't care. I'm just going to do it anyway, and we'll rock with the people who rock with me at the time.
And you mentioned it a few times as well. The second channel, what's it called? Why the creation of the second channel, etc.
Keeping it GTV, just keeping it G, just keeping it GTV. It was in the name. It's literally in the name. It was just I watch a lot of anime, for example. So I needed a space where I could talk to other like-minded individuals who like anime. I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of movies. I always do stuff like that, and I also wanted to just have a space where I could talk about life, and I didn't want it to be on a football channel where ultimately you've come here for football, not to talk about
life shit.
Yeah, like you talk about life shit when man wants to know about, yo, well, why didn't we win this weekend? Well, I'm talking about life today, so today is just going to be about that, and I just wanted that space. I literally just wanted that space to be able to do that. So I said, yeah, why don't you just create another channel, which is like a little brother channel to the one you've already got, where again, if you're into all of that stuff, then great, you'll come over there and we can chop up. You'll see the videos that I do. I do a lot of anime videos recently because that's just what I'm into at this current moment in time. Is I watch a lot of anime, so I want to talk about anime. So you know, it might be today. I think I dropped a video about Naruto, the story of Naruto, because that's what I wanted to talk about today. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't drop any football videos. I just wanted to talk about that because
you just decided to talk about that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and you know, that's again, One Piece. Thank you. Again, I'm doing a One Piece watch along. Well, not watch along. Like, I'm watching One Piece for the first time, and I'm just reacting to like each episode and stuff like that. Those are the kind of things that I wanted to be able to do. So I just needed another space, really, just to be able to kind of do that. But that channel isn't really about monetizing or anything. Obviously, yeah, great if it does in the future, but I don't actually really care about that. That was just, you know, when you obviously we're doing the football space. Ultimately, you want to be paid for what you are doing because you're spending a lot of time on here. So yeah, and you know, so it's going to be a natural thing. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But because your brain is so business minded when you're talking about on your football channel, whether it's Sarcasm here or whoever, GTV, whatever, you do need a space where it's just like, I don't need to worry about that. I don't care about the views. Yeah, like I just want to get things off my chest. I don't care if I get 5 views. Like, as in, I didn't do it for the views. I just did it because there's going to be, even if it's the 5 people, there will be 5 people who will at least watch this and enjoy the content, and they'll enjoy it for what it is. And that's just all I really cared about with that channel, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, there's that channel. Then there's another channel that'll be out in 2026. But yeah, there's like a few things that will be obviously put in place because, yeah, like I said, I think I've understood me as an individual. I understand in terms of the nature of who I am, in like a creative individual. I can't just keep everything in now. I have to just put everything out for people to see, and then just see what happens from there, bro.
No, I respect 100%. Nah, I love that for real. Nah, for real. And I say super honest. And any in this space as well. Obviously, this can go from any time. Any of it interesting stories or interesting moments that happen where you're like, hey, that was cool. And that's not necessarily meeting anyone, just in general. It can be a certain conversation, a certain video, because you referenced the Ancelotti Real Madrid, for example. Is there a certain live stream, whether it was on your channel, whether it was you as a feature on somewhere else?
I think one of the things I would say is, I know I've spoken a lot about Jerry. It sounds like I'm the whole behind that, but Jerry. It's not even, I'd say another 2 individuals after that is Enz and Savage, because I think that they've helped me more than anything else in this scene. Like those 3 individuals anyway, but after Jerry, like it was then Enz and Savage, 2 individuals who, one, I respect highly, 2 people I consider friends today, even though you could say are internet friends, but whatever, they're 2 people I would consider.
You know, I hear it, I get it.
Yeah, they're 2 people, but they've also taught me quite a lot in terms of, one, YouTube, but also just life in their general sense, like listening to them speak about life and the way that they look at life as well. And I just, I take quite a lot from what, you know, the kind of things that they say. But yeah, I would say like in terms of like interesting things, I would say, I'll be honest, I seem to always be a part of, or not a part of, I seem to always keep seeing mad things happening, and I'm always like on the periphery of that, and I'm always wondering like, right, how do you not get in there? But it's just funny that you're seeing all of this stuff. So and I do apologize to him right now, because I really don't mean to be harsh. We were talking about like Ryan before, the whole 16 out of 10 thing, right? And I really don't mean this as like nothing against Ryan, big up to yourself, man, big up. But you know, like I look at like stuff like that, right? And I'll be on the outside looking in, and I'll look at that and I'll think to myself, fucking hell, bro, like that video came out, you said it before, that video came out 3 years or 2 years before it actually became, you know what I mean, like a big thing. And I think I look at those kind of things and I'm like, those are the things for me where one, it's natural, but also those are the things that almost let me believe that your time can come at any random moment in time. Remember, you didn't know that that was going to be a thing. You didn't even care that it was going to be a thing. It just became
no idea.
Do you get what I'm saying? So the fact that that can happen and it can be what it is, I look at the game, like I look at YouTube as well, and think to myself, there's probably not like, there might not be that one specific moment, but there will be something that will just take you from here to there. So I'm more into like watching everybody, observing what people are doing, like trying to find out what makes people tick and stuff like that, not being frustrated that I'm not a part of the big thing that's going on. So, oh man, why wasn't I on the stream of the 16 out of 10? Or, oh man, when these guys did a big stream whenever, why am I not a part of it? The old me would have been vexed about it, and I would have said something about it. the me of today, I don't really care now, because I'm just like, nah, bro, your time will just come. Your time will just come at any moment in time. As long as you put yourself in the right places and around the right type of individuals, I can't see why it can't come. Do you know what I mean? As long as, one thing I need to just make sure is just remain consistent. As long as you remain consistent, it will work. And as I say, I go back to the likes of a Enz, a Savage, and a Jerry, and those are the people who really taught me how to do YouTube. And again, I'm still not even at the point where even I'm fully satisfied. I'm still trying to learn. I'm watching your streams. I'm watching this person's streams. I'm watching that person's streams. I'm listening to new individuals. Errol, big up to Errol. This is someone I've only recently. Do you get what I'm saying? Again, only them been with him on a stream recently. Again, over on here, and it's just these little things. I'm listening to him speak, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's got like a not a different perspective to be fair, but he's got this is a different voice I've never really heard and listened to too tough. I've now gone back into what he's been doing over on Redmen, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I didn't know that was the first time you lot had been on stream. I presume you lot would have been on stream before that still.
No, that was the first time. Do you get what I'm saying? So these are little things where it's like, I would have seen him from before, obviously just on Redmen in a general sense, but where I don't know him. I've never been in that kind of. I could just message anybody, to be fair, and Errol was actually blessed, so I probably could have just messaged him randomly one time and be like, "Yo, man, love your content. Would love to work with you." He may or may not have replied.
I would have responded. You need to make that happen still, 100%.
Yeah, no. It's again 2026. These are things that are gonna get jumped into place. But I think even just looking at it, I think what I needed to do was just stop doing the whole like moaning about why things are not happening. Maybe be a bit more grateful for the things that have happened, and also understand that your time will come at some point in time. God's got a plan for everybody. You're just gonna have to wait to find out what that is. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's why I do these specials, to make people realize, as much as they've got goals and ambitions, are like, no, look how far along you've come since then. Look at you from the beginning, from the very beginning up until the point where you're at now, and the people you work with and the work you've done, etc. That's what these specials are all about, is to give people their flowers right now, to go, yes, I understand you have goals and ambitions, and there's short-term, medium-term, long-term plans, but don't forget about the body of work you've already left. If you stop today, look at the body of work. If you go back and check it and go like, man, man's done quality work, not only on my own channel and built my own channel and my own following and my own individual brand, also all the features I've done. And speaking of that, have you had any fan interactions that is cool, because obviously you got people who support you loyally. So whether it's in your chat, whether it's a DM, whether it's on socials, whether you've been out in person or recognize any really like cool moments where you're like, wow, these people really support me.
Yeah. I would big up to Scraps and big up to Honesty. They're two people I speak to quite a lot outside of the chats and stuff like that, like with DMs and things like that. And there's Sammy. Big up to Sammy. He's actually a Madrid supporter, to be fair. But he's another one that again, when I messaged Dr. Blick, there's actually quite a few. Dr. Blick, that's big up to John. John was the one who actually did my my old intro. He was the one who did the music for that intro. And again, that was just through Jerry, but it was again through him just watching the channel and I guess just rocking with the channel in that kind of sense, right? So, and then we became cool, where now we message. Do you get what I'm saying? Like on WhatsApp and stuff like that, again, because he's actually really, really blessed, and we have a similar outlook on different kind of things, and not just football related. I'm talking life, music, and whatever, kind of thing. So yeah, I think when I chat to those kind of people, I hate talking to people on WhatsApp. Like I'm very boring. Like I really don't want to talk to no one when I don't want to talk to no one. But when I do talk to those individuals, even if it's for an hour and we're just going back and forth in messaging, sometimes I will sit there and be like, bro, that's actually mad. Like I didn't know this person, say 2 years ago, and I only know them because they follow my channel and they actually fuck with me enough that they're like not coming to me, but they will message me and ask me an opinion about asking me,
about something.
Me, I didn't think I was the person to even ask anything. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's those kind of things. It'll be like, right, what do you think of this, or blah blah. I'm like, right, you're asking for my arc. I mean, I think this, whatever. But the fact that you're even doing that, that's why I always say, anytime I go live, whenever I go live, I know it's not frequent, but anytime I do, I always have to tell them, yo, love for, and I do mean it, love and appreciation for anybody who subscribes, because you don't have to. You don't, and I know people don't. You probably know already. Analytics will show you that probably bare people who don't subscribe to your channel, the ones who do, right? You'll have bare people watching your channel. Much love to the ones who do actually subscribe, and to the ones who do like to engage within the conversation, because I don't think you understand, it is difficult when people don't engage, and you almost feel like you're just talking to like this void kind of thing. It's just one of those. But when you've got people who you actually chat to outside of a chat, nah, that's love, man. That's love and appreciation. You can't even, I can't do anything. There's nothing I think I can do other than give you money that I could feel would make me or let you understand how much I appreciate that, because I know what it's like coming from, you only had 50 subscribers and you only had 3 people watching your videos. Bearing in mind, you got bare friends and bare cousins, and you're only getting 3 views. So did you get what I'm saying? Like
I've been there, man, with the low numbers at the start, when it's like, yo, you just gotta keep going. I tell people, I've been there. I remember going live and 2 people watching. I remember them times. I remember that, yo, you gotta start somewhere. It's like, yo, I remember having, you're like 50 subscribers, 100 subscribers. I remember these things. I do.
And these are the kind of things that I'm talking about, is that I just think that with some people, not everybody, because you're not in this kind of bracket, to me anyway, some people just almost get lost in that kind of sort. And I get it. I fully understand it, bro. Like, if you've got 100K, whatever's pro, like you might not remember every Tom, Dick, and Harry kind of thing. But at the same time, I almost feel like some people just don't lose that essence. It's a bit like it's probably why I say like a J. Cole would never be seen as big as like I don't know,
a Drake,
whoever he was. Yeah, kind of thing. Even though he might be a way better rapper, but he's still just not going to be seen as big, because the reality is he almost just stayed true to himself. Whereas, not saying Drake necessarily didn't, but he went a different path where it then became about something else, with him. So 2 great people, of course, but ultimately one is far bigger than the other just because. And you're just like, yeah, nah, you need them kind of people. And when you mentioned, that's why when you mentioned the intro thing, I just laugh and I was just like, you know what, I kind of like, that's why I have to steal that intro. I'm going to have to put that
free, man.
And because it's just funny, because I never really looked at it like that, where it's like, you don't have to be Drake. You could be J. Cole and still be fine. Like, you don't have to be Drake. Like, but I think
And that's the craziest part. People will look in this space and just look at numbers and notoriety, but then if you ask them their top favorite rappers, 3 of the 5 are not that biggest selling. That's why I mentioned Jadakiss. Everyone rates Jadakiss. Jadakiss is not the highest selling rapper, but I don't hear anybody say he's terrible. He's one of those, like I said, solidified people. J. Cole's another one. I don't hear people say J. Cole's terrible, but he won't sell as much as a Drake, for example. It's like you don't have to be them. You don't have to be a Drake or like an Eminem level in terms of streams and sales. No, you can still put out quality because people always gravitate towards quality. They will.
Exactly. 100%. No, it's and I think that's that's probably my thing now towards the end of the year, and when you're trying to like look at the plans for 2026, that's again, these are the little things just trying to understand is like, right, like, you know, you don't have to be Drake, man. You like everybody's trying to be Drake. That's the problem. And there can only be one Drake. So the reality of it is that you need to understand that you can't be of that level anyway. And that's fine. But guess what? There is still a place where, as you say, you can be a Jada, you can be a this, you can be a that, you can be this type of individual, and know that with all of them, when you think about it, they've always had that one moment which has given them the Drake level notoriety. But we all know that, but he's still, you know what I mean? Like, he's still who he is kind of thing. But they might have had one album, I don't know, that just did really, really well randomly. And the rest have just stayed at whatever level that they stayed at. And it's like, that's actually fine though. Like, you can do that. And that's calm. Like, that should be something that maybe you should even be looking at more so than trying to be a Drake or be a this person or be a that person, because it's probably easier to, not easier, but it's probably a lot more achievable to be that individual than, let me try and be like the biggest person in this fucking scene. It's like me trying to sit here and say, all right, I'm going to be as big as Lee Gunner. I'm going to be as big as Rant. I'm going to be as big as the football terror. No. Stay in your lane.
That shouldn't be the goal.
Yeah, that can't be the goal. You know why? Because the reality is, even for those guys, they would have had to start somewhere. They had 1 subscriber at first. They had 2 subscribers. So they just got to that position through hard work, really good content, passion, and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, it's just one of those things, man. It's one of those things.
100%. Nah, without doubt, without doubt. Don't worry, man. I'm gonna get to the super chats, man. I don't worry. I got all of you lot. I was letting G say what he's got to say, man. I'm interested. I'm involved, people. You know what I'm saying? I'm invested. Facts. You could be a common type of rapper. My son Black 4, and that's why I don't worry about it. Like, to me, it's consistency and quality. If you put those 2 things together, that's why I don't watch them. Like, say, to build it, and the people will follow. All the time, man. Build it. Ironically, you mentioned multiple times about the city. Like, build it. And the people will join the city. Now there's literally regular residents. I say this all the time. People with real estate in Sarcasm City. They're here so often. They don't even leave. They literally live here. It's like, they got buildings here and there. Like, you was here when the first brick was laid down in the city and stuff like that. I remember and stuff. So like that's where it is. And like Ren says here, consistency is key when you are less expected. Sometimes things happen that you wouldn't imagine the growth of the channel or network with individuals. Exactly that real saying. G, I've been telling Enz you need to make his channel like early Aftv. And even Ed said this earlier. I remember first seeing Monts, G, Jerry, Rums like 3 years back. And even though they're Liverpool, man, I was excited seeing all these young G's entering the space, been supporting all of the man them since. And
big up,
that's what it is. 100%, like thoroughly supporting. And bars right there is about enjoying the process. You already know, Ren. And big up to Amin for the super chat as well, man. Big up. Amin says, I want Jamaica to qualify for the World Cup, broski. We all do.
Yes,
see the flag here, Haggin. We all do. It's been a minute since I've been emotionally invested in the game. I'm still not over yesterday against Curacao. Hit the woodwork 3 times. Genuinely, I forgot what it's like. G, being like genuinely invested because Manchester United. I'm just fed up.
What was the score?
We drew 0-0. Hit the woodwork 3 times.
I need my son's Jamaican. I need y'all to.
Yeah. We all need to be there. Like, that's what it is. We still got a chance because we finished second. We got like the playoff, so we play either it's like a Congo and Iraq, Suriname, and there's somebody else that we might play. Like, I think the draw's not been made, so we still got a chance. But really and truly, we should have topped the group. For being really real, should have topped the group. Like Steve McLaren, he resigned after the game as well. because we should be
How
making
can you
out. Like,
resign when you got play? So who's gonna manage the team?
yo, they got to figure that. The Jamaican FA got to figure that shit out because he's left. I think is it the intercontinental. I think it's the intercontinental playoffs or something like that. So yeah, I was watching it yesterday and I was just like I said, I've not been invested in a minute, like in a game, and yeah, that one still stings. It really, really does. So yeah,
I think we need
go on.
we need more like I've just got a bias towards Jamaica and I love Jamaica, but in just a general sense, we do need a bit more. I need some other countries. I need some new countries, man. I'm kind of bored of seeing the same countries in the World Cup. I need something new.
Well, there's new ones because Curacao, they've qualified for the first time because they finished above Jamaica.
Oh, they're actually. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Curacao, yeah, they finished it because Jamaica had to beat them, and the game was 0-0. So that's what happened. Cape Verde mentioned it because they've expanded the World Cup. There's new teams there now because the World Cup's been expanded. It's like the old school Europa League where it goes like to Group L. There's like 48 teams. There's 48 countries.
Okay.
So when I say the game, because I was like, obviously the World Cup's normally like a month. This one's like a month and a bit. Like it's the tournament's long, like all 4 or 5 games a day at points and that. If you check the schedule, yeah. Because I think the draw is next month, the draw for the actual World Cup, so you know who everyone's getting and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's gonna be that's gonna be kind of mad. Right, 4 or 5 games a day, you know. Jesus, that means. I mean, listen, there's gonna be a lot of content then. Like we're probably gonna sit like that.
So much, 2020, it's gonna be nuts. For real, man. It's going to be. It's going to be.
Trying to start a channel now. Now might be your time to start.
Now, trust me, during that, like the amount of people that are going to be on it. Because I think.
Yeah.
Wait, wait 1 second.
That's mad. I didn't think that. Yeah. I knew there was more teams. I didn't know there was. Okay.
Yeah, it's 48 teams now in the World Cup. So yeah, they've expanded it. Obviously, a money grab. It's obviously a money grab. So yeah, that World Cup 2026 is going to be absolutely nuts. And I swear,
hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. I know everyone. I know it's in America, and I know with everything that's going on with America at this moment in time, the kind of talks around it. But I do just hope it's just good. Like trying to think of a good World Cup that I last watched. I did kind of like the 2022 one. That one was.
I like the last one. I'm not gonna lie. I did like the last one.
That was especially the final, obviously. But I liked. Yeah. I liked that one. I liked whichever one was South Africa. I can't remember what year that was. 2010. South Africa. I liked that one. The Brazil one, that was 14. That was all right.
2014.
Yeah, that was all right, but I've seen better than that. So yeah, there's not obviously we're just talking like the last 10 years anyway. Yeah, I'm just hoping this one is good. I just really
I think it will be. Because of the amount of teams that are there, it increases the chances of shocks. So because it increases the chances of shocks and upsets. Like I remember Saudi Arabia beating Argentina on the opening day.
Bro, I remember. Bro, do you remember that?
I woke up early for that, but I didn't even want to. And I remember my man doing backflips when they scored and that. It was mad. I remember that. It was mad. So hopefully Jamaica win it. But all of this is confusing because it's the intercontinental playoffs. So different teams from different federations will go. So I'm looking here. So Bolivia from South America. Then you've got Asia. They'll send over the UAE. Africa's DR Congo. And then CONCACAF got 2, which is Jamaica and Suriname. So
you're
in
one group. You're all in one group.
Nah, it's not even one group. It's
just those are the teams.
No, it's semi-finals and then finals. So I don't think there's 2 spaces up for grabs. They've just confused it, man. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm looking at it. The DR Congo and Iraq look to get biased to the final of each pathway as the 2 top-ranked teams, FIFA rankings in the group. So these are the rankings. So DR Congo and Iraq, they've made the finals. So Jamaica will play either Bolivia, Suriname, or New Caledonia. So they're the semi-finals. Is Jamaica, Bolivia, Suriname, New Caledonia. They're the 4. And then I think the winners of those will play. I think it's 2 from the 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it sounds like it's got to be 6. 2 from the 6.
But because Congo and Iraq are higher ranked, they get biased to the final. So the other 4 teams are in the semi-finals.
So I'm going to assume that Congo and I can't remember the other team that you just said.
Iraq.
And Iraq. The winner of that will go to the World Cup, and then you 4 other teams will play your own semi-final.
I think the final. So I think this is how it works. Don't quote me on this. I think Iraq and Iraq and DR Congo, they're already in the finals, so they got buys
Oh,
to the
so
finals.
two separate
So
finals,
two separate
basically.
finals, yeah. So two
Okay,
separate
okay.
finals. So Iraq are in one, DR Congo are in one final, Iraq are
Yeah.
in another final. Then the other 4 teams will play semifinals to play those two. So, for instance,
Okay.
Jamaica will play Suriname, and New Caledonia will play. Who's the other team? New Caledonia will play Bolivia, for example. And then the winner
Okay.
of those will play. One will play DR Congo, the other will play
And then the
Iraq, and
other.
then I think the winner of those finals. I think that's how it works. Because I'm here reading this and it's just super confusing. But yeah, if
Bro,
Jamaica get Bolivia, it's a wrap. Suriname and New Caledonia we can beat, but then DR Congo and Iraq won't be easy games. Either
Yeah,
of
I
them
was
won't
gonna
be.
say, Troopz, DR Congo are actually
Yeah.
a pretty good team, to be fair.
Yeah, they are. DR Congo are very good.
That's much, bro.
Yeah,
First
here
of
it
all,
is. Yeah, the winners. So yeah, here it is. 6 teams will play their confederation playoffs. One from CONMEBOL, which is South America. One from Oceania, which is New Caledonia. One from Asia, which is Iraq. One from Africa, which is Congo, and one from CONCACAF, which is Jamaica and Suriname. The 2 highest FIFA ranked teams will get a bye to the finals, pathway 1 and 2, while the remaining 4 teams will play semi-final ties to reach the final. And then the winners of pathway 1 and pathway 2 will be awarded the final spots in the pot 4 of the 2026 World Cup draw. So yeah, it's how I said it. That's how it works. But I don't know when the draw is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like who Jamaica will play. I'm hoping it's not Bolivia. You Jamaica play Suriname or New Caledonia, they got a shot. That's what I would say. They got a shot. Yeah.
Like I said, I hope Jamaica. I'm rooting for Jamaica to make it through anyway. So that's what I'm hoping. So
I am, man. Like I said, I was devastated yesterday. I'm still devastated by it now, man. Fucking can't beat Curacao. Hit the woodwork 3 times. 0-0.
That's the annoying thing, though, because you played against Curacao and you didn't win. Now you're kind of like,
yeah. Now we got Bolivia or Congo. Fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh no, Iraq. It's like we might miss Bolivia, hopefully, but DR Congo or Iraq is tough. I'm hoping we miss DR Congo. Hopefully get New Caledonia and then get Iraq. I'm hoping so. Yeah. Was it, I think, Jamaica playing poor or just unlucky? Mixture of both. Didn't do enough. Even though we hit the woodwork 3 times, we didn't do enough. And the pitch was terrible as well. I don't know who laid the pitch. The pitch was awful. A World Cup qualifier to go to the World Cup, and the pitch is awful. But we got a second shot. But I don't know when the Intercontinental. You don't tell me when the playoffs is. Like when the draw is.
It'll be. I thought that was in March because I swear Nigeria.
I don't know when this will be. I'm trying to figure out when they're gonna fit these semifinals and finals in. If anyone knows in the chat, let us know when these intercontinental playoffs will be.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm just gonna Google this right now. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the semifinals will be played March 26th and the finals will be March 31st. The intercontinental playoff tournament will bring the 6 teams together, vying for 2 qualifying places. 2 teams from CONCACAF, 1 from Asia, 1 from Africa, 1 from South America, and 1 from Oceania as well. Fucking great. So hopefully, like Mexico, Caledonia and Iraq, man. That's what I'm hoping for. Jesus Christ.
It's in Mexico.
Yeah, that's where the games will be played. Yeah, the games will be played in Mexico.
Oh, but you guys, to be fair, are it's DR Congo, yeah.
Yeah, DR Congo. We got DR Congo is peak, man. I'm not gonna lie, yo.
Because it goes DR Congo, then
Iraq.
Yeah, then Iraq. That doesn't make sense. Surely it would be DR Congo is higher rated than Iraq.
Because they're the 2 is high. Because DR Congo and Iraq are the 2 highest rated out of the 6. They automatically go to the finals, and then the other 4 got battle it out in the semifinals.
It's mad because you guys are just below. Like you're literally just below Iraq at number 60. You're 70. Yeah, you could have just got a blight all the way through. But like I said, I'm rooting for Jamaica. I hope Jamaica obviously
hopefully we do it. And I'm in big up for the super chat. Flawless, what would you advise Maino to do now, bro? Go out on loan. That's what I do. No obligation, no option. Go out on loan and play football. He's too good to be sat on the bench. Maino should be playing football even if a team is playing well and challenging for a league and top honors. Never mind a team that's performing poorly. There's no way Maino should not be getting significant minutes. Not necessarily starting week in, week out, but he should be getting significant minutes at Manchester United. When you look at the state of where we're at, look at how we play football, look at the players in front of him, there's no way in hell he should not be playing on a regular basis.
What do you think it is?
Managers don't like him. Manager likes his energetic players. If you don't run around and be super mobile, that's why he don't play Xerxes. Same exact reason. You don't want technically sound ballers who are not the most mobile. He wants your Mason Mounts. That's his bag. His Bruno Fernandez's. He wants them energy players. He a runner, he a tracker.
I'm looking at I mean, you're talking about a guy who played in the Euros final, you know, and now Donny can't even make the team at United. Like, that's got to be studied in itself. But I'm just looking at him thinking, bro, I beg you, just go abroad to another team, like on loan, like do what Rashford did, like get out of England for a second.
But you know what's crazy? He tried to, and the club blocked it.
Okay,
which then infuriates me even more because he's tried to go out on loan. The club have blocked it, but the manager don't want to play him. So why has the club blocked it when the manager won't play him? Why is the hierarchy and the manager not on the same page? Make that make sense. Because you rate this player, the manager don't, but you've kept this manager employed to keep this player here for what reason for him to not play? Make that make sense. And you did the exact same with Xerxes. All right, man.
Like, let's put it this way. He's definitely making most Premier League teams. So
yes,
I don't really understand. Like, you know, actually, I can understand if the manager just doesn't, you don't feel, okay, that part I can actually understand, right? That's cool. But what you just said there about if they're blocking his move, but then the manager still doesn't, like that in itself doesn't even make sense, because even at the minimum, you'd want to just retain value. At the moment, whatever value you had him at before, yeah, that's dropped. There's no, you can't ask for that money ever again. Now it's dropped by 20 mil, potentially even more. Whereas you could have easily have maximized what you could have got him for. Me, bro, if I was Manu, go on loan anywhere, like anywhere.
This is what irritates me so much, is it makes no sense whatsoever. And people wonder why I crash on the board. People wonder why I crash on it. How you not on the same page? We knew Mano weren't going to play. But you've stopped him from going out alone because you rate him. But you got someone in charge who doesn't rate him.
Yeah.
So it don't help the team. It don't help Mano. And then we're going to continue to struggle. All right, man.
What's worse is that you've definitely got idiots running that club. But you know what's worse here is that we spoke about it before, like, you know, like where Man United now, they've gone unbeaten now, last 5 games or 6 games, whatever it is. So whether it's a turn corner, I don't know. But if you continue and he isn't playing, it makes it worse for him, because then there is no legislation to have him in the team. Because now you're like, well, we don't need you in the team because we're winning without you. We're playing better. We're winning, you know, we're not losing, blah, blah, blah. The fact that the Man United are doing well is almost like, yeah, he actually has to leave now. I don't know, man. I think Manu play. Yeah, just go along.
Let him go out alone. Like I said this, and it's the same with Xerxes. Like Xerxes wasn't gonna play. Let him go out alone. But we blocked the Xerxes loan move as well.
Hold on, though. Is Sesko injured though?
Sesko's now injured, yes. He's now
maybe Xerxes might get a little bit of game.
Xerxes
maybe.
Yeah. The manager gonna play Cunha in the 9, which makes no sense, and then people are gonna crash on. Well, why is Cunha not playing well? Because he's not a 9.
Yeah. But Man United, man. You know, one thing I'll say before we go, one thing I'll say.
Go.
I know Man United are ops, right? And I hear all of that. But if we're just talking, let's just take away the fact that they're ops. Let's take away all of that, right? If you just look at Manchester United, it has to infuriate you as a football fan when I think about you guys. Like, what are you doing? And forget Manu. I'm not even talking about the Manu situation. I'm just talking about in general. Yet, like, what are you actually like? Who are you at this point? Like, it's like someone. It's like you've gone to a Halloween party and you dressed up as someone else. You're not really that person, but you're trying to dress up to look like them. Like, I don't get it. Like, some of the things you do off the field, I'm like, Man United don't do them kind of things there. Forget, like I said, I don't even care about you losing games. You're not finishing high in the league. That doesn't even bother me, because that's all. It happens to every big, like, it will just happen over a period of time in history, right? Every club goes through that. Liverpool went through that. Man United are going through it now. Arsenal have been through it. It happens. I'm looking at your club and I'm like, how did you go from being the club that was up here to all of a sudden now, I'm looking at Brighton and saying maybe Brighton's a better run club than Manchester United. Like Brighton, the team that had like some shitty stadium like 3 years ago. Nah, that doesn't even make any sense, bro. And that's what frustrates me more when I think. And big up to my boy, because he watches your channel actually.
Oh shit, big up to him, man. Big up to him.
Yeah, he's the Man United fan I was talking about before.
Talking about earlier, yeah.
I always talk to him about Manchester United, yeah, and I'm always saying to him like, just like you're Manchester United, you know, like do you not understand? You're Manchester United, like why don't you show some fucking chest sometimes? Like
name only.
Yeah, but forget the name only thing. Like you need to start turning the name only into no, we are who we say we are. We are big bad Manchester United.
It's the people upstairs. It's a hierarchy, man. Vince, why I didn't want these jokers in the first place. Dunn said this about Ineos. Oh, you hating? Oh, Ineos do this, best in class. How's that worked out since they've got the job? Since they've been in charge, we have gone backwards at a miraculous rate. And what makes it even worse about them going backwards, Manchester United going backwards on the pitch, I actually think they've made good acquisitions. Yeah, like our transfers, I don't have no issues with. Like they've actually got more often than not. Our transfers have been spot on. So we're getting better players through the door and going backwards on the pitch. All right. Because you're giving it to someone who's not good enough. That's why. You're giving these great tools to someone to do a better job who is terrible. And that's why. And that's why you get the Maino situation. So, like I said, you blocked it, but the manager don't want to play him. So surely that was a conversation with the manager at some point. Right? We're blocking Maino's move. Why are you not playing him? Because now he's just sat here. And it's not like we're playing. We don't attack well. It's not like the players in front of Maino, whether you want to say it's in the pivot or if you want to say it's in the 10s, are phenomenal. Play him. But all right, man. Okay. All right, man. Or whatever, man. And people wonder why I get annoyed. People wonder why I get irritated. And the thing is, I'm not no genius. I'm seeing this a mile off. Dunn said this about Ineos. From when they joined, people who watch my channel will know the wars that I fought in regards to talking about the ownership. The wars that I fought just this summer. People telling me how we were going to be so much better and it's one game a week and all this. Oh, how's that worked out? All right, granted, yeah, we've gone 5 undefeated. Yeah, cool. What's the performance level saying? Okay, we're going to go on a run though, yeah? All right, man. All right. And big up to Ends as well. Says this has been a great watch, lads. Actually made me pause Power Force to watch Love G and Flawless. Been here from the start, but just wanted to listen. Hey, big up Ends every single time, man. Power Force has been fire. Big up Ends though. Ends will be on Friday, people, as well. Ends will be doing his second wave special on Friday, 8 p.m. So Ends will be on there. G, before we actually do close out though, I think that's it. Anything else you want to add? Anything we might have missed out that wasn't relevant to any of the stories, but is relevant to your journey in the space?
Nah, man. I think I've kind of said everything. Again, just anybody who's trying to start a YouTube channel, man, just be yourself, man. Honestly, just be yourself. You'll get your people, your subscribers, your fee, whatever you're kind of looking for, it'll come. It'll come. So just take time, be yourself, and probably it'll work itself out somehow. You know what I mean?
There you go, people. That's it. And let them know where you are coming up. Rest of the international break, the rest of the year, new year, all that stuff, man. What can they look forward to from GTV football and just you as an individual content creator as well?
Man, GTV, I think you said the football's back this weekend, which I did not know. I thought it was next week, but I clearly got my dates wrong. So yeah, but they'll probably be today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I might have something potentially football related, just looking at Marseille, their kind of football, their tactics and stuff. I really, really like what De Zerbi's doing over that side. Like I want to take a look at that. So yeah, I'll have a video that might be posted out maybe on the Friday itself. We play Saturday. Yeah, Flores was telling me. So yeah, that look out for that. But on my other channel tomorrow, I will have the story of Sasuke drop tomorrow, so I'm gonna record that literally now as I jump off, finish that, edit that. That'll be out tomorrow morning on my other channel, Keeping It GTV. And yeah, for the rest of the year, it'll just be now there's no more international breaks. So I think there's gonna be a lot more conversations anyway, just in terms of, I mean, if Liverpool keep doing shit, we're gonna be having more conversations around that regardless. But also just the Premier League race, I wanted to take a look at the Premier League, because now we've had your 10 games, 10, 11 games we played now. And I prefer
we played earlier. We played, I think, is it 10? 11 we played. 11 matches.
Perfect.
In the league.
I prefer looking at the league table at this stage anyway. Like now I'm like, okay, the league table, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna finish in whatever position you're in now, just I like looking at the table from this perspective. So I will have a video potential stream in regards to that, although StreamYard is fucking around with my thing, so I need to sort that out. And then next year I'm gonna save that one. When I come back next time, before the end of the year, I'll be back here on Florida's channel anyway.
Of course. You already know. You can read anytime. With what it is, you don't necessarily have to. If there's something you want to talk about and you shout me, I'll make it happen. But that's what the other man them do. They'll shout me. Like, obviously, I'll shout you like when stuff's going on, but there may be something that I miss and you're like, yo, I really want to talk about this. Like if Liverpool's saying that, it could be something just random and you're like, yo, this is really annoying me. I really want to just shout me and we'll part in the show. Other man them do that. Like, yo, I need to talk about this because I like getting the content creators on when there's something they really want to talk about. Because I know it's going to be a good show. I know they're passionate about it to reach out and go, I need to get this off my chest type of thing. So, anytime, shout me.
Stay with your chests. That should be the new segment, boy. But But when it comes before the end of the year, I'll announce there'll be something. There's something in the works. So once that time comes, then we'll should be fun. So once it comes out, then we'll kind of think we need movie club
back. He says we need movie club back also. G,
bruv, we need it for 2026.
What was that? Everyone just watch a film and then you just go jump on and discuss it.
Every week everyone would. So like it was at the time it was me, Cav, Enz, and Savage, and one of us would have to pick a film for that week. We'd all go away, watch it, and then we can chop it up. So we definitely need to bring that back. We definitely need to bring it back.
Bring that back. I'm with Ends on that 100%. That was a fire idea. And shout out to Beijing Pops as well. Big up Pops. You lot make sure you subscribe to Beijing Reds TV. Big up, man. Every single time, Pops. Shout out to Pops. You lot continue to run up the likes. GTV Football. The link is in the title, people. Second Wave Special. I hope you lot have enjoyed this as well. And don't forget, these Second Wave specials are available on all audio platforms as well, people. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. If you're just moving around and you don't want YouTube using up all your data, or you just prefer to listen audio only, go to Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, follow 5-star us. All you iPhone users, iTunes, Apple Podcasts is already on your phone anyway. So go there, type in Sarcasm City TV in the podcast section, and Sarcasm City TV will pop up. And like I said, 5-star us on there or anywhere else you listen to your podcast as well. Yeah, G, man, I knew this was going to be a good story anyway. I knew your story would be interesting. And I didn't actually know a lot about your backstory. So I was like, definitely have to get you on, tell you how, you know what I'm saying, how much you're doing in the space and how well you are, how well you're doing in the space. 110%. Without doubt.
Like I said, bro, come on, man. Sarcasm CT, bro. I'll be here regardless. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I love chopping it up here, man. So whenever, man. Whenever we're here.
Always good, man. Definitely gonna bring you back on without doubt, without question. So big up, love to everyone that's locked in. We're gonna redirect to Mike's. He's live right now. Support Sarcasm City TV raid in his chat. But this has been Sarcasm City TV special Second Wave with G from GTV Football live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel. Thank you very much for tuning in, and see you lot. Actually, let me say tomorrow, people, back live tomorrow. 8 p.m. Is it 8 p.m.? Let me not give you lot the wrong time. I got 2 more specials coming up. So Friday's 8 p.m. the one with Ends, and the one tomorrow is 7:30 p.m. I'm on with Alex, who runs Chelsea Fan TV. So that's the one tomorrow, people. Chelsea Fan TV owner Alex, people. So big up, love to everyone that's locked in. Salute. Ends, big up again, though. Appreciate you joining, man. Salute.